about a year and a half, maybe even 2 years. I don't know how long it's been. Maybe not 2 years. No, that's going a bit far. Anyway, welcome to my PC setup. It's a bit awkward. You'll see that it's slightly different to when I would be recording on my television. But anyway, it's a setup that is not difficult to get organized, I will tell you that much. But, yeah, basically, I tend to not record on my PC for the reason that it's very awkward, oftentimes. It's also more lighting or bright light dependent than anything else that I record, because I'm actually facing away from the window that provides the light, so I need a lot more of it. But this is generally pretty fine at the moment, so yeah, that should be fine. Generally, setting up these recordings is very awkward, especially given that the people who play on Hunsterverse are usually pretty eager to get into a hunt at any time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my chats up momentarily, but allow me to get into a room first and foremost. For those who are not familiar with what I do when I record games like Freedom Unite live, I do actually show you a Discord capture. So, I will do that now. Okay, so I'm just going to see CSQ, KC, AQ. You can't see what I'm actually typing, but maybe I should show that. But anyway, I'm Draculesia/Lord Zor. You should be familiar with the Lord Zor part at the very least. We're going to see free guild hall. Free guild halls for Freedom Unite, or at least the one that they tell me is Guild Hall 19. I will go and AQ GH19 G rank hunts. Any hunt. And that way we have posted a quest in Hunsterverse, just like that. That's how that works. Okay. I will remove Discord capture for now. I just need to make sure that I'm on top of that, because if I'm not on top of that, then what's going to end up happening is Discord capture will be left on the screen, and then you will have to stare at that instead of the game, which is going to be really annoying. So I'm going to try and not have that happen. Normally I would actually have a mouse for my laptop here. I can't even begin to describe just how much of a mess this setup is, but it's working for you anyway, because you can see what's going on, everything should be fine, everything should sound fine. So, for the most part, we are A-okay. Alright, so I'm just ensuring, here we go, that's good. So I'm actually using my laptop as a bit of light here, so I'm going to keep doing that. Hello Magna, and here we go, pop out chat, and then the Twitch chat also needs to be popped out. I've got Masaki here, he is Hunter rank 1. Is this guy crazy? I've told these people that I'm doing G rank. Well, he's going to find out anyway, because I'm assuming whoever joined here is also G rank. I don't really know what we're doing. We're probably doing Rajang. Someone was asking to do Rajang. I really don't mind what we do. Okay, so this guy's using Hunting Horn. I was thinking of maybe going Hunting Horn, but quite frankly, I'm certainly not going to do Hunting Horn if someone else is. Let me get Twitch organized. Far out. No one's on Twitch at the moment anyway, but it's good to make sure that I'm ready to read whatever someone says if they do talk. If I sound a little bit highly strung, it's because this is a very different setup to what I'm used to. It's been a long time since I last did this, and the reason why is because it takes a lot of effort. Okay. I'm going to try and do it more often though, I will tell you that. I will try to do it more often. Because I like recording Freedom Unite, it's good fun. Okay, so this Hunter rank 1 has already left, but we'll see what's happening in the chat. If I have to do weird things like look over, like look around the camera, it's because the camera is literally positioned right in front of my monitor, because otherwise it ends up being too high or too low, so it needs to be in the way of the game for me to actually have a decent webcam view of myself. So it's a little bit annoying, but that's the way it has to be. Okay, we're going to see what's going on with these people. They're not really talking about getting into my room just yet. If I scroll up, you will see that someone asked if we were going to hunt a Zhang. I never said that we would, so I guess I should say that we will. CSQ, just to show what quests are up. My quest is up currently with 2 people in, as we can confirm. And also, I will say, we can do Rajang if you'd like. We can hunt anything. Shit. Once I got to the anything part, I couldn't see what I was typing anymore. Because again, it's really a bit of a mess. Oh dear. It's amazing that this even works. I mean, it's one of those things where it's so chaotic, you wonder if it's going to work. But anyway, what controller do I use? I'm using the PS4 controller. I use it for Switch and for PC. The problem with this controller, I've talked about it before, is that it actually has a problem with the left analog stick. It makes it so that anything that, if I move my analog stick up, it doesn't really properly register what I'm doing. You will see as I play that when I move forward and diagonally to the left, it'll be very awkward and snappy. It is definitely noticeable in Generations Ultimate, but it's going to be even more noticeable in these older games. So that's going to be a bit annoying for me. I'm going to try and not talk about it while I'm hunting, because it's one of those things that is pretty frustrating, so it's easy to talk about it often, it's easy to constantly complain. But I'm going to try and not do that for the reason that you guys deserve better than that. So I'm going to shut up about it. I don't know what these guys are doing. I'm going to have to ping this Somethings guy. Is it Somethings? No, it was Drago, the Hentai Master. I'm just going to see, I'll have to do Discord capture again, just so you can see what I'm doing. So, I'm doing See My Guild Hall, which is, I'm not connected to Hunsterverse apparently. Yeah, that's bullshit. CSQ. Did I disconnect from the room? I must have disconnected from the room. Although I haven't. Are you fucking kidding me? I'll have to do C Peak Guild Hall 19 it is. C Peak Guild Hall 19. I'm checking to see if I'm in there. Are you kidding me? It's see. I'm pretty sure Peak was the command. Anyway, See My Guild Hall. I'll try it again, see if I'm connected. Okay, now it's saying I'm connected. I don't know what the fuck. So, Viking is Drago the Hentai Master. So this is one confusing aspect to all of this, is the fact that some people can have different names in Discord to what they have in game. So I had to go and confirm, based on who was in the room, whether Viking was actually Drago the Hentai Master. Turns out that he is. Do not go over to Hentai Master's house. Yeah. This looks like a PS5 controller. I don't think you've seen a PS5 controller. They do look noticeably different to this. But if you have, then yeah, it doesn't look like that. Alright, so it's really, we've got 2 Hunter Rank 1s in here. You've got to be joking. Am I really going to have to 2-man a G-Rank fucking Rajang with this guy? It's starting to look like it, and I really don't want him to use Hunting Horn, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and communicate with him. This is one of the reasons also why I generally don't go live in Freedom Unite, because it's hard to really get consistent hunts with this community sometimes. Alright, so, at Drago... Oh, what if he's a phone user? If he's a phone user, what's going to happen is he's not going... Yeah, he's a fucking phone user. Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to lose my mind. So, I'll have to post Rajang. What I'm going to do... Oh, I should have warped to where I was going to go next. I need to take off, again. Need to remember my Discord capture, that needs to be removed. I'm going to go and change weapons to something more appropriate for Rajang. I'm actually going to go bow, because I get a bit more enjoyment out of using bow anyway. What would I like to use? Probably spread bow. And my spread bow is this one here. Fortunately, I don't have to change my decorations. My spread bow is... It's the icicle bow. I believe it's this one here. I'm just going to double check that. It is indeed my spread bow. Of course, spread is called scatter in 2nd gen. In case you are confused by that. I wish you could understand just how frickin' annoying this whole situation is. Is this guy gone already? I swear to God, if this guy's gonna fucking leave because I left, I mean, the thing is, this is one interesting thing about this era of game. When someone leaves the room, you don't assume that they've actually left because they want to leave. You assume first and foremost that they have left to change their equipment because you have to leave in order to change your equipment. Now, this guy seems to have assumed that I just left, so he left as well. I'm assuming he had already set himself up for the quest. He was using water, which isn't really a good choice. But at this rate, I just want fucking hunt. That's really all I'm asking for. Okay, so Rajang will probably have to do Child of Destruction, or we could do... No, let's do the double quest, which is... Do I have that? No, not urgent quest, I'm checking event quests. I think it's... Is it Twin Terrors, or is it a different one? It's either Twin Terrors, or it's a quest in Hunter Rank 9. Just going to see. Is there a double Rajang? And yes, the final invitation is actually what I want. That's what we're going to do. This Yeremi guy... Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to teach you how the Hunsterverse system works. This was actually something that I donated for in Hunsterverse. In other words, this was something that wasn't originally in Hunsterverse, but when I was playing Freedom Unite, I constantly had my rooms sniped by people, and it was really fucking annoying. And I needed a system that would allow me to kick people, and so I donated for it. It's called the True Quest Owner system, and it basically allows you to 1-vote kick people if you're a donator, and get 1 extra vote if you're a non-donator. I can actually 1-vote kick people without that system now, because things have progressed even further. I actually don't know who this guy is. What's his name in-game? He is Yeremi. Now, I don't even know which of these people that person is. And also annoyingly, and this is another issue with phone users, is that one of these 4 people that you're seeing in this list, just here, is actually not even visible in the room. So, this is, if anything, a really great example of what it's like to play Hunsterverse. It barely works. It's a little bit better than, say, Ad Hoc Party, because at least once you're in a hunt here, it's stable. But prior to getting into a hunt, it can be a bit of a fucking mess. I really want to kick this guy, but I don't know which of these people it is. Yeah, one of them is invisible, and the other guy departed solo. FFS. Oh god. The difficulties that I experience in Hunsterverse, I'll tell you what. My guild hall, I'm just going to kick them both, because this is frickin' annoying. Vote to kick. Yay, 7W7. Vote to kick. Omega. Now, this system, as you will see, is going to kick them both instantly. And that will be reflected in the guild hall itself. They are both kicked, and someone else is trying to join. And I believe it is T-Fly, that's his name. Now, T-Fly is going to be able to actually join us in the hunt because he is G-Rank. So that's going to be good. I'm just going to sit here and wait and hope that we can get a third person. I would rather not 2-man Final Invitation. But the good thing about Final Invitation, I've talked about this before, is that it's not Child of Destruction, so it's not a giant, massively damaging Rajang. A gold Rajang, that is. And it's also not Twin Terrors, which is 2 Rajang at the same time. Now, Twin Terrors is actually a good... Oh, thank you, Chubby. But the thing with Twin Terrors is that it actually gives you a ticket that is basically a... what's the equivalent again? It's... It's not Platinum ticket, it's... Well, in the later games you get a ticket which allows you to trade for mantles or similarly rare items for that ticket. So you get those from Twin Terrors in this game. What I'm going to do prior to departing with these people is I'm going to see if anyone else wants to join. What's with this fucking GIF? I wish I could fucking delete this off my screen. Okay, anyone else want to join? See my guild hall. It is technically a gathering hall. Oh, is this guy actually in, or is he invisible? Here we go. Moment of truth. He is not invisible. Okay. Well, that's cool. We're actually going to be able to fucking done something. I can't wait. I do apologize for all the, I guess, downtime here. I would have organized a room prior to actually going live, but that would actually make things even more annoying and difficult to organize, so I'm trying to make things easier on myself as much as I can. Seems that this bow can shoot everything, so I guess I'll bring paralysis. I won't bother with the other statuses. Guess I'll bring close range. Close range is usually pretty good in conjunction with scattershot, so that's pretty cool. I think we have eaten. Yes, we've eaten. And I think we're ready to go. Okay. So I can't actually hear the game at the moment because that's just another thing that I have to worry about, you know, being able to hear the game for myself. You know, I'd have to plug in my earphones that only work half of the time, and ugh, I don't even want to go there, so I can imagine what the game sounds like. I think it'll be alright. Oh, that's right, I don't have enough space to hold the map. What am I going to do without the map? God knows. But, I guess we'll start with close range coding. That should do the job. Yeah, exactly. Doing what the game's title says. Thank God for that. Alright, so I'm just going to go in because I would rather host this room, or at least host the first monster. Because if a phone user hosts the monster, what's going to happen is you're going to be seeing a glitchy, teleporting monster, and it's going to be a miserable experience for both you and I. What am I drinking? It is port, fortified wine. So that is the beverage on hand today. Ugh, I can finally relax. I'm telling you now, there's something about this whole system of not just recording on PC, keeping in mind that I usually record on consoles. In regards to Monster Hunter, it's typically 3 Ultimate or Generations Ultimate, for those who are unaware, and maybe are joining me as people watching me for the first time in a game they've never seen me play before. Yeah, I usually record on consoles, and that's a very different setup to what I've got here. But when I... oh, fucking hell. That's annoying timing for a paralysis, because I would rather play it safe and heal after that. But that's fine. Now's a good time to heal. Let's get behind that trap, keeping in mind that we do have a pissed off Rajang here. Hello, Keaton. But yeah, the setup is a little different. The variables are greater than they are when I'm recording console, and this is the Hunsterverse community. And the Hunsterverse community has its own problems as well. So, in other words, I'd actually have a better time getting into a consistent hunt in the Generations Ultimate servers, and even the 3 Ultimate servers, shockingly, than in Hunsterverse. There can be a lot of downtime. One thing with Rajang is that you need to learn how to actually evade him, because he goes from side to side, and apparently I've forgotten how to do that today. Probably because I'm so out of sorts. It's probably what it comes to do. Comes down to. That's how out of sorts I am. I can't even speak my native language. Okay. We will save the paralysis for the next Rajang. Basically, it is one after the other with this particular quest. I don't know if I finished explaining that. But this quest is one after the other. We don't have to worry about being invaded by another Rajang, in other words. The next one will come immediately upon the death of the first one. And the second one will be much larger. He's about the size of Child of Destruction, but he is not a Gold Rajang. Keeping in mind that Gold Rajang is exclusive to Child of Destruction. He's much stronger, and he's not constantly enraged. But when he is enraged, he has like a golden aura around his fists that deals a lot of damage. You see when I move to the left here, I randomly stop moving? That's because my analog stick's fucked. Now, we've talked about this before, I'm not going to go into this, but never flash a fucking Rajang. Never do it because you get dumb shit like this. And flashing a Rajang, I mean, there are certain monsters that you just don't flash. One of them is Rajang. And my concern is not the fact that people are so inexperienced that they think that's a good idea to flash a Rajang. My concern is the fact that they do it 3 times in one quest and still fail to realize that it's a bad thing to do. They can't even observe what's happening in the quest enough to realize that they're not making things easy for anyone by flashing the monster. That's what I'm fucking annoyed by whenever I see that. So, don't think that I'm aggressively attacking any person who maybe isn't experienced in Monster Hunter. It's not about that. So that was actually a paralysis shot that killed that Rajang. We're not going to straight into that fucking attack. That is relentless. Did you see that? That's fucking unbelievable. The first thing he does is shoot a fucking lightning ball in my face. What the hell? That's actually not okay. Can you leave me al- I hope I have a fucking ancient potion on hand. That's ridiculous. What a load of fucking shit. He was after my ass. Absolutely after my ass. He was crawling inside my anus right now. My advice to you would be not to shake your head when you're in the process of drinking. Because what happens is it spills. What a fucking joke. Okay. I do have an ancient potion, thankfully. I don't know, I have a feeling that shooting paralysis coatings is not going to be helpful because there's a guy shooting paralysis, that is AX3. 3E. Axie? I don't know. Maybe that's how you say his name. But, yeah. With that in mind, I'm probably not going to bother with... I don't know why my voice is cracking today. It's really annoying. If we fail this quest, I'll be pissed off. It's good to know. I love getting updates on that. Hey, gaming. Anyway. I'd just like to fucking complete this quest. That would be really nice if I could manage that. But yeah, if my character does move awkwardly, blame my analog stick. That's all I'll tell you. Here he goes, a good opportunity to hit him. Aha. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, well that's called being greedy. Don't you combo me, sir. Look at him. This is one thing that differs between old Monster Hunter and newer Monster Hunter games. Beginning with what I believe to be 4th generation, I don't think they did this in 3rd. But in 4th, if you were to be hit by a monster, I believe that there's an algorithm in place that makes it so that you are the least likely target of the monster's next attack, to prevent unfair combos. So, yeah, that definitely doesn't exist in these games. I've never actually had it definitively, you know, said, or determined, or analysed as to whether or not there is such an algorithm in place. But, in my personal experience, I would say there would have to be, because I'm almost never targeted a second time in 4th generation when I've been thrown down by a monster, like thrown down on the ground, rolling around. I'm usually given an opportunity to get up and heal in those games, whereas in these games, fuck no. Good luck with that. If anything, they target you more often if you've just been hit. Which honestly would make more sense if you think about it. Well, that's a good first quest. Good job, everyone. I definitely contributed to that, although I will say that that Rajang was a fucking asshole, to me, personally. I will mention also that if you're dealing with a large monster, as in a monster that has a larger size than your typical size of a monster, for instance, this Rajang here is actually quite big compared to your average, they cover more ground and they're harder to deal with generally. So that was a fucking miserable quest. I will CTY them anyway though, I'm not going to bother showing you that. CTY. Oh no, Thanos is here. There's a guy in Hunsterverse named Thanos, and he is more interested in the Hunsterverse point system than he is in playing Monster Hunter, which is very funny. He's basically the, he is the meme. You know, some people are living memes. He is a living meme in Hunsterverse, so. And not in a good way. But, anyway. It seems that I'm really running low on traps. Stop that. But yeah, that was a... Really, I don't know why your message has been deleted. I haven't been... You know me, number 7. I'm too busy playing the game to delete your bloody messages. if anything weird happens, blame YouTube, that's all I'm gonna say. I don't know if I want to do that quest again. What are these... what's everyone saying? Oh, Rumi's in the chat. Rumi was at one time my, I guess, best friend on Hunsterverse, but I stopped playing for a little while and he became quite distant. But, anyway. We still talk often, whenever I'm on, but it's just not the same. He used to be more friendly. Okay. So, I don't know if we're gonna do that again. I'd rather fucking not. I mean, okay, let's put it this way. I'm happy to do it twice. In total. If I have to do it more than twice, I'm going to get annoyed. But I will change to something else. Let's change to... well, I would like Raw Resistance, yes. And we'll go with the Silhouette Sabers G, which is my Ice Dual Blades of choice for this game. You can see that they're actually pretty good, stats-wise, but they look pretty frickin' awful. It's not a good design for dual blades at all. It's quite... I mean, I actually would struggle to find uglier dual blades in the series. They look really fucking bad. They're just these random black dual blades. Was someone sniped? It's looking like someone was sniped. Let me work out what's going on. It basically means that someone has stolen their spot. So who was in the group before? T-Fly. I don't think T-Fly is in here anymore, is he? No. Now, some people don't even bother. Yeah, okay, so I need to speak with... who was the other person? Aleze, there you go. So this is what you do in Hunsterverse if someone steals a spot. Common courtesy in Hunsterverse is checking to make sure you're not taking someone's room slot before you join a room. But then you have certain people who don't actually communicate on Hunsterverse and decide, I'm just going to join into a room anyway. And that's always really fucking annoying. So, basically what you do, for the benefit of the person who's had their spot stolen, is you try to get it back. What I will do is I will say to this person, you are taking someone's spot, or slot, semantics, and if they don't actually want to leave that room, I will remove them myself. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove him because he's being stupid. The reason why he's being stupid is because he's not communicating on Hunsterverse. Vote kick, add laser, and then he's gone. Because I don't have any fucking time for people who don't want to make sure that they're not stealing people's slots when they join rooms. It's stupid. It's lazy, and it's inconsiderate, as far as I'm concerned. So, the person who was previously in the room can now join. And you always need to make sure that that's what's going on. If you had a group of 4 previously, and then suddenly there's someone in the room that wasn't there before, you have to make sure that that person who was previously in that spot, in the room, isn't intending on coming back. It's always very important. And the reason why I say that's very important, specifically, is because a lot of people in Hunsterverse, these days I should say, it wasn't traditionally the case, but the community has changed over time, in a negative way. These days, a lot of people just don't give a damn. They don't care, they don't check, they couldn't be bothered. I think what number 7 means, Jake, is that you come in here, say nothing, prior to just asking my age. It's like, I don't even know you. It's, I think the idea is that it's just polite to say hello. Anyway. But yeah, I will do this quest one more time, and if we fail again, or even if we do succeed, it really doesn't matter, I'm not going to do it again. But what I will do is I will actually get some traps on the go. I will bring... well, what I'll do is I'll purchase to my box some trap tools, because I don't think I have any in my box. No, I don't. I'll buy 10. And in my box, I will combine some shock traps. Yeah, exactly. I'm a Dark Lord, I don't age. We are going to combine Gen Prefang with Trap Tool. That is the combination material in 2nd Gen. And in 1st, I believe. So, where are my shock traps? Here we go. I'm not going to bring a Pitfall Trap. It basically means that, I believe... Yeah, shock trap works irrespective of his golden appearance. There we go, that's a very awkward way to phrase that, I suppose. What am I doing with myself? I am bringing the combination materials required to stop that. Of course, when you go back and forth between the Nintendo games and the Sony games for Monster Hunter, you literally swap the buttons around for selecting things. So, well, that is unless you're playing Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, which is a Japanese game, so their selections are done with circle, which is interesting to know. Who said the F word to someone like that? Oh, whoops. I can't have that up. Unfortunately, I have to stop and reset. I do that for solo play where I have my, have to disable cheats there. I have my, when I go up against monsters in solo in certain scenarios, I do have monster health shown. But I don't do that for online play because that just takes the fun out of it. Can I please just get through here? Thank you. Unfortunately, we have to reinitiate that room, which is really frustrating, but, yeah, it's against the rules, so we can't be doing that. Yeah, it has to be done through emulation A-gaming for the reason that, yeah, that's the reason why. I don't think you can actually communicate with the Hunsterverse servers on a physical PSP, and to be honest, you wouldn't really want to. I've had people come in Hunsterverse and actually ask, is anyone on X-Link Kai or things like that, which were the services previously used to actually access online play with these games. And the reality is that not only did those work terribly, but you wouldn't want to actually do it with... Actually, shit, I probably need to eat again, don't I? Let me let these people know. Yeah, I'll let these people know. See... actually, no, I don't need to do that. Okay, so let me go and return to Feline Kitchen. Again, I'm pressing the wrong frickin' button to make my selections. These days I have been playing Generations Ultimate for the most part. And as a result, I'm just really struggling with making my selections. Alright, so let's do that. Kid and cheese and golden fish brew. That gives you 150 for both health and stamina. And we are going to make our selection for the hunt as dual blades again. There we go. Okay. So fortunately they were pretty relaxed. They were happy to just start over again. Need to fix my chroma key, one moment. Just need to make it a little stricter, so that way we don't have weird background effects. I thought it was going to be a fairly bright day today, and it seems that it is going back and forth on that. But as I said, for my PC setup, I am more reliant on natural lighting than ever. If it's a dark, overcast day, I cannot record on PC. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to record today, because it seems like it's going to be a bright day, but whether or not that will be consistent... Oh, I'm not doing that again. Okay, I won't bring traps. Fucking hell. Alright, do I have Farcaster? I'm just checking my inventory to make sure that it's all organized. Looks like I don't have a Farcaster. For any quest that you join, It's important to have a Firecaster because you never know when you're going to be interrupted in some way during your hunt, so it's good to be able to just immediately get out of the hunt and be safe at camp. Well, hey Gaming, I guess you... Really? I thought you were watching me back when I was last recording this stuff. For Freedom Unite and Portable Third and all that. And all of my random hunts videos. You're crazy, hey Gaming. How could you not know that by now? I'm always playing multiplayer in these games on my channel. Albeit I haven't done it live for a very long time, but yeah. Fortunately, the tremor didn't affect me too much. What I do with dual blades in this era of Monster Hunter is I'm a little bit more liberal with my usage of demonized mode. Because, again, your mobility is quite hampered when in demonized mode, so as a result, I find myself in regular mode quite frequently so that I can use triangle plus circle to get closer to the monster whenever I want. When I go demonized mode, oh for fuck's sake, can you people please observe that it is not in any way helpful to flash a Rajang? Like, can you not? See how he's constantly doing this tremor attack so you can't even do anything? Like, what are you doing with yourself? And then he does things like that. And when he's not doing this kind of crap that keeps you away from him, he's jumping around the place. Why can you not observe this and see that it doesn't help in the fight whatsoever? Again, it's not about lack of experience, it's about flashing a monster multiple times in the hunt and failing to observe that it actually doesn't make it easier to fight him. Also with Rajang, when he is running around randomly instead of doing these tremor attacks and these roars, both of which prevent you from fighting him, look at this, both of which prevent you from fighting him, when he's jumping around he becomes less predictable. One of the good things about hunting a monster that's not flashed like this is that you can predict their movements to a certain degree. You cannot predict the movements of this monster right now. Look at this guy with his fucking greatsword trying to do something. He can't do anything because he's flashed. Look at them both getting fucked because he's flashed. I mean, it's not complicated, people. I don't want to sit here and have a rant about this because I've ranted about this a lot. Me ranting about... I hate you people so much. You play like fucking shit. You all play like fucking shit. And it's not about being bad at Monster Hunter. You people play with no fucking common sense. Okay, let me tell you why this guy has no common sense. He continues to paralyze a monster when 4 people are not ready to capitalize on the paralysis. He just keeps shooting mindlessly. And he's just, I'm paralyzing. There's more to hunting than that. Using your brain can help, my friend. Now, I consider myself a casual, but when I see complete fucking stupidity, I get a little bit annoyed. And I'm seeing some complete fucking stupidity today. And you can witness it live. And you know the crazy fucking thing? He's gonna get flashed again. You would think that after this, they wouldn't flash. They would actually learn not to do that. But they're gonna do it. I fucking guarantee you. And if they don't, it's because they're out of flashes. Don't fucking pitfall trap when he's not enraged. That's a case of lack of experience. Putting down a pitfall trap when the Rajang is not enraged. But yeah, it's just... I don't know, this team is fucking abysmal, quite frankly. I know I'm getting hit like crazy, but to be completely honest, I'm totally distracted. I've got a fucking webcam right in the middle of my computer display. Again. Yeah, okay, let's just sit back and watch, shall we? You want to just sit back and watch? Because I'm happy to do that, my friend. I'm happy to fucking just sit back and watch so that none of us can fucking fight the monster. No problem, yeah, that's good. We're flashing the monster, so it must be good, right? Again, this is an example of the mindlessness of some Monster Hunter players. They think that flashing the monster is going to make it easier, and even if, during the hunt, it is demonstrated that the hunt is harder when flashed, they don't make that connection. They're so fucking stupid that they have just decided randomly, oh, it must be easier, so let's just keep doing it. I mean, how unobservant of the monster and its movements do you have to be to not realize that it's making the hunt harder? Like I said, it's not lack of experience, it's lack of observation and lack of common fucking sense. It's fucking ridiculous. And I don't want to have to go into this rant every time I fight a Rajang with these fucking people. And you know what? There is an easy solution. It is me telling these people, don't flash the fucking monster. Now, for one, that oftentimes doesn't even make a difference because they don't communicate properly on Hunsterverse anyway. Second of all, I don't even think to do that because I'm too busy just trying to play the game, and I don't immediately think, oh shit, I need to tell these people how to hunt the monster. It doesn't cross my mind. I don't know, man. I apologise that I have to sit here and rant, but seriously, think of how much faster that hunt could have been if we could just attack the thing the whole time. But instead, we have to sit here and wait for him to stop running all over the place and slamming on the ground constantly because he's fucking affected by flash bombs. And they're dropping so many traps anyway that assuming flashes actually were helpful, they would be overkill. Because again, we've got so many traps going down. Alright. So hopefully I can get most of my hits in with Demon Dance. Looking pretty good. As long as you get the final hit. With Demon Dance, that's the most important hit. Because you require... well, to get the final hit out, obviously you need to do the full combo. And the full combo is kind of long, so they reward you for getting it all out. And that's the point. Alright, come on. Grape juice. No, it's not grape juice, my friend. It is wine. It is absolutely wine. Anyway. Hey gaming, I would prefer to get cluster bombed all day than have my teammates that is, flash bombing a Rajang. I will tell you that much. Because at least, if the person was shooting cluster, they would be doing damage, whereas if we're sitting here waiting for a Rajang to stop being flashed, when he didn't really need to be flashed in the first place, no damage is really being dealt at all. So, yeah, if I had to really determine a preference there, it would be getting cluster bombed all over the fucking place. Let's not get comboed there. I'm going in for one quick attack. Oh, I was going to go back and heal, but fortunately, someone's on the life powders. So I guess, you know, the team's pretty good at supporting, but they're not pretty good at observing the monster's movements, even if it's blindingly obvious that it's harder to fight the monster while flashed. I don't really know. I'm not sure what to say other than this community shocks me. So fortunately, because we do have, whatever you would call it, no stamina loss, I guess, I can pretty much be in demonized mode as much as I want. But it's a lot easier if I don't actually sheathe my weapons, because then I don't have to go through the process of doing the animation where I throw my hands in the air. Which I think they did in the Monster Hunter movie. I think they actually had that fucking girl, whatever her name is, Mila Jovovich or whatever the hell. I think she threw her hands in the air to go into demonized mode in the movie. I mean, hearing that on its own should be enough to encourage you to stay the hell away. As you can see, with dual blades here, I'm playing almost like I would with a greatsword, just waiting for the right opportunity to go in and attack, because this is a Rajang here. We can't just be going in and attacking whenever we want, because he's very aggressive. And especially at this size, he can hit you pretty much whenever he wants. One big arm swing is probably going to hit you purely for the fact that he's a big Rajang, so... I'm very out of sorts in this recording, you'll have to forgive me. Trying to get away from those fists, I knew that they were coming for me. Unfortunately, I got underneath him in time. I'm having to settle for his back legs here, which is not good for damage, but... Is this guy carving? No, he's not. He's just hanging around back there with his hunting horn. And hunting horn would be better if he were doing attack up large, but... I mean, he might be, but I don't think he is. I don't think he's doing attack up. I think he's doing... Usually, attack up large and no stamina loss are mutually exclusive on a hunting horn. I can't do anything against that. Whoa, whoa. Keep away, damn it. And that's the end of the hunt. The reason why it's so easy is because, again, it is a double monster quest, so it is reduced health. And because we can fight them individually, it's not as miserable as Twin Terrors. Twin Terrors is for people who don't do those weird Hunsterverse DLC quests. One of the hardest quests that you can do. Because it is 2 Rajang in the arena at the same time, and it's just frickin' annoying. Descendants of the King, which is the double quest in the arena with Gold Raytheon and Silver Rathalos, the second-gen version of Wyverns of the Land and Sky. Well, that is the first-gen name for it. That can be easily completed with just flash bombs and traps and all of that business, but if you can't actually... Oh, then again, I probably should carve you too, shouldn't I? But yeah, if you can't flash bomb Rajangs, then probably not going to be a good solution for getting through Twin Terrors. I don't need a Rajang Fang, that's not very useful at all. Oh my goodness. Well, that was a fun quest. Let's hopefully do something that's not a Rajang. You know, I'm getting to the point now where I'm almost just going to outright refuse to fight a Rajang if I'm playing with these people, because every single time it's, let's flash the Rajang. It helps, right? And then they do it over and over and over again in the fucking quest, and I've never understood it. Never, never, never. Okay. I don't... your messages aren't being deleted on my side, number 7. I mean, what's being deleted? I guess if you type it again, it'll be deleted again, but I'm not deleting anything, I can tell you that much. There's nothing to delete, usually. I'm just going to bring up the chat and let these people know not to flash the fucking rush. Oh, now I can't communicate with them through the party, because if they're in the room with me, I can ping them all and speak with them. But I'll just hope that they read the chat. Can you people not flash the fucking Raja? How can you do it multiple times in one hunt and not see that it fucks everything up? At least, Axie, I'll call him Axie, at least he's communicating. Abort and hunt solo, yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course, I'm getting all the people who don't know what the fuck they're doing in my hunt, so that's always fun. In the first place, who hunts with people? Yeah, that's a question. I'm hunting with people because it's more fun. There shouldn't be a YouTube censor bot because I turned that off. Comments are held for review automatically when you don't actually make it so that YouTube doesn't do that. It'll just automatically do that, but it will tell me that comments are being held for review. But outside of that, I don't really know. Yeah, don't piss off the ape. If you flash bomb the ape, it'll be pissed off. Faraga makes a good point. I said, how can you do it multiple times in one hunt and not see that it fucks everything up? And he says, by being so shit at the game it makes no difference. And unfortunately it's starting to look that way. It's I feel like you would have to be that shit. It's a degree of shitness, I guess. Anyway. Apparently Snowy Linux has been quoted as saying, fuck me with your hot Rajang dick, which is, I suppose, unfortunate, although he might in no way disavow that. Here we go again. This is Salad. He's a good friend of mine in Hunsterverse as well, and there's a bit of a joke with the long-time players of Hunsterverse that I tend to get triggered in chat at all the people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. So, yeah, and he calls me Dracula because he knows it annoys me. But, yeah. I don't know what we're hunting next, but I'm really... Oh, here we go again. Room full. It shouldn't be full. I'm just going to check to see who's in the fucking room. But yeah, anyway. I don't know what's happening with the sun, but it's not so dark that it's really negatively affecting the recording. Like, I'm still perfectly visible, so... As long as I'm perfectly visible, we should be happy. So, we are almost an hour into this recording, and we've achieved one successful hunt against a double Rajang. And that was barely successful after all that flash bombing. So, I'd like to do something else, hopefully something interesting. I'm going to actually ask if anyone wants to do something that's not Rajang. Anyone... Well, I guess I'll show the chat. If I'm going to talk in the chat, I may as well show what's going on. It just makes it easier. So that's the party chat system. That was introduced, I think, early 2019, something like that. Early to mid 2019. It was basically a system where you were able to... it might have even been late 2018 now that I think about it. But it was a system where if you're in the same room as a person, or as a group of people, you can just do !C space P, and then your message, and it will be sent to everyone in that room with you. Copper blangonga? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, and the reason why that's pretty cool, I mean, I've done Copper blangonga in my Doomlink's Random Hunts videos, but the reason why it's cool to do it here in general is because that is a monster that is exclusive to this game. So if I'm going to record Freedom Unite, ideally you would hunt the monsters that are exclusive. I mean, I can fight a Rajang in any Monster Hunter game, except for except for all the 3rd gen games, huh? Okay, well... Aside from 3rd gen, yeah, I can hunt Rajang in every single game post 2 DOS. So, and including 2 DOS. So, yeah, I don't know. Not as good of a hunt as, say, Copper blangonga, who is, as I said, exclusive. So, that guy's probably going to be using hunting horns still, not elementally effective. Probably, no. Ice is also the weakness for Copper blangonga. So if this guy had an ice hunting horn, he would have used it against Rajang. So... let's go Sword and Shield just to be a troll. What do I mean by that? Well, Sword and Shield really sucks in 2nd gen. That's the point. Oh, I don't have an Ice Sword and Shield because I'm trying to get the Kushala Daora Sword and Shield, and that requires rust fragments, or whatever they're called in this game, which are frickin' annoying and generally hard to get. So, yeah. I mean, I can work on it over time. Basically what you do, there's an exploit where you get lots of them, and then you can cycle through them. And it's, yeah, I will do that at some point, but, I'll go outside and have a talk with the sun. Maybe I could do that. What would I like to use? Because I can't use Sword and Shield. I guess we'll go Longsword, why not? And that will be White Fatalis Z, because I don't need raw resistance, or do I? No, maybe I do need raw resistance. I think Copper blangonga does raw, doesn't he? So let's get an Ice Longsword on the go. Which is going to be the same Ice Longsword that I use... No, it's not. Silly me. I was getting confused. I thought I was using the same Ice Longsword here as I do in Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, but in actual fact, I use that Longsword in Portable 3rd, not Freedom Unite. Silly me. Alright. I'll try to do a nice long recording this time around because, seriously, spending almost an hour in Freedom Unite only to really complete one quest is a bit sad, so I definitely owe you an extra hour just for that. So, we'll keep it nice and fun. Oh great, the quest host isn't even visible in the room, which is a great fucking start. This is again what happens when you play with phone users. See my guild hall. You can't see this, but if it's necessary to show it, I will show it. Great. Oh, hold on. I need to give a bingus to Misery. This is... you don't know what I'm talking about, but I need to bingus misery, hold on. Okay, so, has that person appeared yet? No. I'm the real Draculestia. Why would I be a fake one? Why would I be a fake one? Okay. But yeah. Quest host is invisible. And that's a problem. And the reason why is that if I join the quest and depart, there's a good chance that we'll experience a disconnect because I'm obviously not properly connecting to the quest host because they're not even visible to me. So, just to be sure, I'm going to tell them to leave and rejoin. Whoever is hosting, could you please leave and rejoin? Yes, I am using Hunsterverse Outcast. Yeah, Snowy is making a good point. Playing with randoms equals bad. It's all a big meme because every time I come and play with just the general community of Hunsterverse rather than playing with friends, I say friends because they're more like acquaintances in most cases, but what happens is I sit there and rage the whole fucking time. Especially if they're phone users, you know. That's not necessary Outcast. All they need to do is leave and rejoin. They are phone users, and as a result, their connection is not very stable. So for that reason, just leaving and rejoining will re-establish the connection and will facilitate a smooth hunt, hopefully, provided they don't go and exit out of the application in their phone while they're hunting. So we'll be all good. I'm a bit of a seasoned Hunsterverse hunter, I think you'll find. But anyway, you don't have to join the hunt, Outcast. You may even know me in Hunsterverse. I'm Draculestia / Lordzor. And that's me name. But yeah, the phone users are pretty easy to deal with. You just get them to rejoin and that usually fixes it. Okay. Not sure. Well, if you were to check the chat, you'd be able to confirm who I am. Anyway. I don't play often, I will say that. Most of the people who know me in Hunsterverse are the people who've been here for a long time, because they were around when I was active. These days, I don't play all that often, because I play a lot of other Monster Hunter games, but, yeah, and there's also the fact that the community of Hunsterverse is a bit, ugh. It's not that great. At least these days. It used to be pretty good, but it's always been a bit up and down. So the good thing about Copper Sands is that I'm actually able to demonstrate the first generation desert location. This is the map that was changed for 4 Ultimate. The desert location of 4 and 4 Ultimate was modelled after the original desert location of first generation Monster Hunter. So the map is the same in terms of the actual map that appears on the screen, but the location that you're traversing and hunting in has been changed quite drastically. So that's what's going on. So again, using Longsword here, which is a very good choice for second generation because it's honestly the most functional and dynamic of all the weapons in my opinion. It feels nicest, and I enjoy it. You'll get silenced. Oh my gosh. Okay, about flashing Rajang, that's not just for Rajang, that's for all monkeys. All monkeys. I guess we need to make this very fucking clear to these people. Why? Okay, like if we're only going to hunt monkeys, can we please not have people who are flashing the monkey? I don't even know who's throwing it. It's obviously not AX3E, because he knows what the fuck's going on. I don't know if it's Viking, who is that guy called Hentai Master, or if it's fucking Tyraw. Like, these people are fucking stupid. I don't ask for much, I just ask for no stupidity. That would be great. if I could possibly get people who can actually observe a hunt and determine that flashing is not a good idea, then I'll be happy. I actually don't ask for really good play. I've never asked for that. I just ask for something better than complete and utter fucking stupidity. AX3E is not in any way concerned that we have 2 traps on the ground. Doesn't give a shit. And what happens? Oh, I thought he might have left, because you could see that he was burrowing right for the door, so I thought he was actually leaving. Too busy drinking to play the game. So yeah, longsword, look, all weapon types in 1st and 2nd generation are very simplistic. And so therefore, if you're worried about longsword being too simplistic, do realise that that's basically all the weapon types. As far as I'm concerned, if you're going to play simplistically, you may as well do lots of damage in the process. And longsword is very damaging, always has been. So, yeah. Well. But yeah, longsword is a 2nd generation weapon. Prior to that, it was just a different model, I suppose, for greatsword. They didn't go so far as to actually give it a different weapon type. Dual Blades was very nearly that, in the sense that it could have just been a different model for Sword and Shield, but then they realised that Sword and Shield, by definition, needs to have a shield, and Dual Blades do not have that, so they actually had to make it a different weapon type. As you can see, there is no charge for the longsword. That was first introduced in Monster Hunter Tri, as a 3rd gen mechanic of the longsword, and they completely fucked it up in Tri, of course, as we all know, because they didn't reduce. I mean, they could get it right here, where your charge gauge reduces as you attack with the weapon. But in Tri, they were like, no, that's not important. Why do we need to do that? Said Capcom, and then they realized why you need to do that. It's because the weapon will be totally out of balance if you remove the fact that the charge gauge is reduced as you attack. Because all you do is just spirit combo endlessly if the charge gauge doesn't deplete over time as you attack with the weapon. So, I don't know, it doesn't seem like too complicated a concept to me, but I guess to Capcom sometimes the simple things escape them. It'd be nice if I could not get attacked stupidly. Looks like we're back in a trap. 2 traps again right next to each other, but yeah, it's looking like the shock trap is in effect. Oh well. I don't think Mr. Copper Blangonga is going to last much longer. And I have been supported by my teammates again. Do I know the people that I'm hunting with? Fuck no. I don't know them at all. You think your eyes are deceiving you, Ron? It's not 1st gen Monster Hunter, Ron. But it is, at the very least, Freedom Unite. So, take what you can get, I guess. Don't know why it wasn't letting me carve there, that was a bit annoying. But yes, Copper Blangonga is a G-rank exclusive subspecies of Blangonga, in much the same way as Emerald Congalala is a G-rank exclusive subspecies. Subspecies. That sounds really weird when I say that. Almost sounded like I had a speech impediment, and then I realized, no, that's actually the correct pronunciation. But for some reason they decided to bring back Emerald Congalala in 4th gen, but they didn't do the same with Copper Blangonga. I wonder why. Maybe they decided that Copper Blangonga wasn't sufficiently different to regular Blangonga to warrant a reintroduction into the series. Whereas Emerald Congalala, they gave him fire-breathing effects and all sorts of stuff. So, I don't know, maybe they just needed to update Copper Blangonga as well, give him something else that's different. I mean, well, to be honest, there is something different, you know, he has a sand-breathing effect as opposed to like an ice-breathing effect. And as far as I'm concerned, it's different enough, so I don't really know what Capcom's deal is, but they're really fucking weird. Every time I analyze and consider the design decisions of Capcom, I'm left wondering what kind of fucking monkeys are behind the creation of this series. I mean, it's my favorite game series, but like anything, the more you play something, and the more passionate you become about the series in question, the more you start to see all the problems with it. And sometimes Capcom shocks me with how inept they are. But anyway. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Freedom Unite today. We'll be going for another hour, or another 2 hours, I would say. Another 2 hours of Freedom Unite is what we're going to have. I don't know what our next hunt is, but it seemed that that guy who flashed the copper blangonga realized that it wasn't just Rajang that shouldn't be flashed, it's all fucking monkeys. Don't flash the monkeys, please. I'm going to eat now because what I eat doesn't change depending on the hunt. So, I'm going to go ahead and... It's funny because I'm looking at myself rather than the camera, because I can see myself. I'm looking at OBS right now. I'm used to just looking at the camera, but I'm tempted to look at myself, to make eye contact with myself instead of the camera. Anyway. So if it looks like I should be making eye contact with you, it's actually me making eye contact with myself. Alright, what's going on in the chat? What are we doing? It looks like T-Fly might want Emerald Congalala, or something like that. Hopefully, because that would be another decent subspecies to hunt. I haven't hunted Emerald Congalala very often at all in this game. Yeah, Ron, this is home to me. Freedom Unite is home. Oh, it looks like someone's taken my slot in my own room, which is funny because I don't even have to be in the room to one vote kick, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, as I said before, the whole True Quest Host system is something that I suggested, purely for the reason that when I was playing in Freedom Unite, I was getting completely annihilated by groups of people. Like, I swear to God, I would create a room for one specific hunt. 3 people in a group from, like, the fucking Spanish channel or something would come in, steal my haul, post a quest of their own, and depart as a group of 3, while I'm just sitting there with my own quest, not only on the board in-game, but also in Hunsterverse, just sitting there going, what the fuck are you doing? So I had to appeal to Zach to get a True Quest Host system implemented into Hunsterverse, and that was late 2018, I think. So that was the situation there. Alright, so I don't know if these people are... Hold on, CSQ. What have we got? Okay, I've got a space again, but I don't know what we're hunting. Are we hunting... Oh, it seems like T-Fly is having problems with PPSSPP. He keeps on crashing. I don't know if... I'm guessing it's because he uses save states. Because usually, if your game is crashing for some reason, it's usually because you've used save states. Because your game save is going to become increasingly unstable the more you use save states. If you use a save state like once ever, it's probably not going to affect your game save. But if you regularly save state in a Monster Hunter game in PPSSPP, you will see game crashes, often. Usually in relation to playing online. So, my advice to you would be not to actually save state at all unless you really have to. The only circumstance in which I would advocate for the use of save states is if you have somehow lost your actual save for the game, and then you can load off a save state that you've made, and then save properly again through the game. That would be the only situation that I'd say you need to use a save state, because that would be your only option at that point. So... yeah, I was being attacked by the Spanish Inquisition. That's what it was like. I mean, there used to be like a separate faction of Hunsterverse that was Spanish, and then they all left or something. I don't know. Maybe they were driven out. Maybe there was a war that was fought behind the scenes. Maybe it was Zach versus the Spanish, and Zach won. Zach is not an English-speaking native. His English has gotten really good over the years, I'll have to say. Back in, like, 3 years ago, when I used to talk to Zach, his English was pretty low level, but these days he's basically native level fluency, which is pretty cool. Why everyone gone? Well, I don't know what we're hunting. Is it emerald? If so, I'll get ready for that. Right, maybe someone said that it was emerald and I didn't see. I mean, people were talking about emerald congalala, but I wasn't entirely sure. So the weakness for emerald congalala, I think, is also ice, but I'd like to make absolutely sure of that. So I will go and check online for that. Emerald congalala, he is weak to ice. Yes, I was correct. Hallelujah. Doomlink is so smart. Not really. I will change weapon types again. Right, well. Yeah, Chubby, that happens from time to time. Again, you wouldn't load a save state unless you had already lost your physical game save, but just generally speaking, save states are to be avoided. Do I have an ice gunlance? I should. I should have an ice gunlance. I do. It is the Demonic Blizzard, which is a very ugly gunlance, but it is a good one, stats-wise. Again, it's not all about the looks sometimes. It's about how it works, and this works very well. Do you like my shoulders? They are very big. I always find it very funny to... Let's see if the room's full. If it is, it's not a big deal. I'll just kick whoever the fuck is taking my spot. Good. No one's taking my spot, so I'm a happy camper. But, oh, Flash too. We've got a totally different group. What is going on? What is this? Ugh. I have to show you this just because it's bothersome. See this fucking gif? Why would you post that? It's sickening. Okay, so I'm gonna see my guild hall, just to make sure that we're not missing the person who actually wants to do the quest, because I swear to God, it was... Wait, what the hell is going on? These people stole my guild hall. This is really funny. Okay, let me show you what goes on. Isn't it so funny that just as I was talking about this, it happens. My guild hall is stolen. These guys don't have to worry about it. You're going to see exactly what's going on in Hunsterverse. Welcome to Hunsterverse, motherfuckers. I don't put up with stupid cunts who steal rooms. I don't do it. They joined, they went and departed on their own fucking quest in my room. Get the fuck out. I don't put up with that shit. I don't put up with that shit for one moment. I've been called the Terminator, apparently. Ugh. So, we now have a free room to hunt what we are supposed to be hunting, which is whatever I'm fucking hunting, because it's my fucking room in Hunsterverse. I don't know why Deca is checking my inventory. But the funny thing is that, again, I've been doing this for 3 years because it was that exact situation that I got Zach to implement that system of true quest host. So I used to one vote kick people because I was a donator, back when not many people were donating on Hunsterverse. And so, you know, I would just wipe out rooms like this because my fucking guild halls would get stolen by idiots. Now, it's definitely not difficult to just go and make a new room, but there's a matter of principle behind it. If you are so ignorant that you're just going to steal someone's room and do your own quest with a group of 3, then you're not going to play in this room, sorry. You're going to have to make your own fucking room instead of stealing mine. It's a matter of principle. That's what it comes down to. So, I guess we're doing Emerald Congalala. What is this? This is, Welcome to Hunsterverse, ladies and gentlemen. Your expression when you tased your balls for another guy's butt's pick. Now, the funny thing is, you should never create a meme in English if you can't speak English. That would be the first thing that I'd say to that. Anyway. It is a little dark, isn't it? I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it's dark. I am looking dark. But to be completely honest, you can still see me, so it could be worse, I guess. Could be worse. Oh, for fuck's sake. We're doing this again, are we? I might have to rejoin the room. If I do, then that's alright, but... Here we go. See, sometimes you just have to keep checking over and over again. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah, some people would be more willing to just create another room than manually kick everyone out of it. But I manually kick everyone out of it because it's fucking dumb that you just steal someone else's room. But anyway, quest party dissolved. This Tiror guy is definitely a phone user. Biggest phone user. Because his connection is unstable as hell. I'm literally getting kicked out of a quest that I've already unable to join quest. Now, if I'm getting unable to join quest, everyone's going to be getting it. So, this is really annoying. This is what happens when you play with phone users. Every fucking time. What's his name in Hunsterverse? I have to check my guild hall to see his name. Maybe it's T-Fly, maybe that's who he is. Whoever's hosting needs to put the quest up. I'm assuming we're all having this problem. I hope we're all having this problem because I just said we can't join. Oh, I see. Well, AX3E can apparently join it. I'll try again. I mean, really. This is the price you pay. Oh, it's joined now, has it? Okay, now. Someone has sniped again? Someone's sniping the fucking room? Has an invisible person sniped? Fucking hell. This is exactly why this system exists. Ugh. Now you know why I spent like a year and a half not actually playing this game live. It's because it's a fucking fight just to get into a room sometimes. It's unbelievable. Yeah, there's lots of people playing Unite on Hunsterverse, Ron, but not all of them are fun to play with. Some of them are really fucking dumb. And again, this is not the sort of situation where I have to personally take you on the journey of their stupidity. You can witness it for yourself and see, yeah, these guys are fucking dumb. These guys are really fucking dumb. Not these guys exactly, but whoever has been joining consistently and flash bombing all the monkeys, that person's fucking dumb, I'll tell you that. That person needs to, I don't know, get a grip on reality or something. Okay, so, Emerald Congalala, I guess we'll go this way. I don't know which way is going to end up being faster. This is again a first generation location that I'm in right now. This is the first generation jungle. So in other words, if you go into a jungle area in a first gen game, this is where you go to. In this game you've actually got 3 options for a jungle location. You've got the Great Forest, you've got the second gen jungle, and you've got the first gen jungle. First gen locations in Freedom Unite are exclusive to G rank. You will not find them in high rank. In other words, they are exclusive to Unite. They do not appear in Freedom 2. So there you go. Doomlink's live mental breakdown. Yeah, it sort of feels like that. I ended up going the long way because I really didn't think he was going to start in this area. Would have been much faster to, I guess, keep to the west. And I would have gotten there much faster, but... oh well. It does come down to... oh, there goes my controller. It does come down to my lack of familiarization with the map, I suppose, but... are you fucking kidding me? Give that back. Thank you. What an asshole. Shielding you. So, I'll talk about Gunlance in this era of Monster Hunter momentarily. Gunlance is, well, I guess I'll talk about it now. Just wanted to establish what the hell was going on with this monster first. Gunlance is a second generation weapon type. It is interesting in that the only reason why you would ever shoot the Gunlance is to achieve an infinite combo. And I sort of demonstrated it there. So, what you do with Gunlance here is attack 3 times and then shoot, and you can just continue the combo infinitely. You can, actually I will do this while I have the opportunity, you can Wyvern Fire at any time, like you would expect. Wyvern Fire has always been something that you can do with Gunlance. But shooting is very simplistic in that you cannot charge shoot in 2nd gen. Just making sure he's not going to fart on me or anything like that. This is Emerald Congalala. He is a G rank variant to regular Congalala, so therefore he can cause trouble. But yeah. The only reason why you would ever shoot a Gunlance outside of just creating an infinite combo with the Gunlance is if you're using a shelling Gunlance with a monster like Crimson Fatalis or White Fatalis. Because, you know, you might be married to Blade Master weapon types. You just can't gun a Fatalis because, I don't know, you're allergic to ranged weaponry. So you want to attack the monster that has really strong armor. But you don't want to get ESP or Mind's Eye as we know it in the later games. So what you do is you get a Gunlance shelling set, and you just shoot the fuck out of the Fatalis. Are you really leaving now? You would, wouldn't you? You would. Alright. Let's go follow him. Yeah, I would like to record as much Freedom Unite as I can, to be honest. That'd be great. I'd get a lot of fun out of that. And to be honest, the setup isn't too bad, as long as it's a fairly bright day. I got farted on anyway, unfortunately. Oh, I'm out of shots. Don't hit me. I didn't bring deodorant because I'm negligent, and I often am. I always forget to do these things. Because I'm lazy. I'm a casual hunter, most assuredly. Get these fucking congers out of here. Of course, there are no green small congers. The green is unique to the large monster, so... Not that I really need to explain that, but thought I'd mention that. Yeah, I definitely got shat on. Yeah, shelling a Fatalis is kind of like being a gunner in denial, because you're still gunning technically, but you're using a Blade Master weapon. I mean, I don't know why you would use a Blade Master weapon on Crimson or White Fatalis, because again, I mean, Fatalis in general, even if it's Black Fatalis, he is not designed for Blade Master weaponry. Because he's always flying in the fucking air, doing weird shit. It's just better to use a ranged weapon. But a lot of people play Monster Hunter, especially the older Monster Hunter games, and just don't go ranged. This is why I always complain about modern Monster Hunter gunners. Modern in the sense that gunning has changed drastically. It's become much more accessible for your average hunter, so you see a lot more gunners these days. The reality is that gunning was something that a lot of people were seriously averse to in the older games, because they just, I don't know, there was too much of a barrier to entry, I suppose. There was a different, I guess, learning curve to it. There was the fact that you had to make a totally different armor set for it. Guns were something that you had to make as well, of course. And maybe you've put all your materials into making Blade Master weaponry, you know. It was just a bit of effort. But it was very rewarding when you actually joined the club. And that's what gunning used to be. It was a bit of a club. But there you go. Can't decide on what weapon to focus on, Shido. It really just comes down to what you're wanting to achieve in a hunt. Do you want to be slow but quite damaging? Then go with Greatsword. If you want to be fast and not quite as damaging but still doing good damage, you could either go with Longsword or Dual Blades. The weapons to steer clear of are probably Gunlance. Gunlance isn't too bad damage-wise, but it's not great. It's not as good as you would really hope for. unless you're really good with Wyvern Fire and you're just really good at managing the situation with Gunlance. In other words, you're experienced with it against the hunt that you're engaging with. And another weapon type to avoid would be Hunting Horn, unless you're with a group of 4 and you're comfortable with it. And Sword and Shield must be avoided at all costs, because Sword and Shield in first generation Monster Hunter, that is Monster Hunter 2004, Monster Hunter G, and Monster Hunter Freedom. In those 3 games, Sword and Shield was really overpowered. So what they did in second gen was they turned Sword and Shield into this complete joke of a weapon type that barely does any damage. So don't use it in Freedom Unite. That's all I'm going to tell you, because it's very weak. It's fun, it's the most mobile weapon type, but it's very weak, so... Is regular Lance good? Yeah, pretty decent. Although I would recommend Evade Lance. I don't really advocate the use of Guard Lance, in other words, actually using the shield as your means of avoiding attacks. The best way to use Lance is to actually slap on evade skills and evade to the left and right. If you are in the middle of a combo, in other words, your hunter is actually doing something, and you hold left or right on the analog stick and press X, you can actually evade pretty much infinitely to either the left or right. It's infinite dependent upon your stamina. So you can evade as much as you want, basically. And it's very, very good in conjunction with evade skills. That's the best way to have high DPS with the Lance. Now, some people will say that Guard Lance is perfectly fine. The people who say that are the first gen players who don't even really appreciate evade skills at all, because evade skills were first introduced in second gen. And Guard Lance really, really sucks, because again, your DPS suffers very, very hard with Guard Lance in first and second gen, and the reason why is because you need a very large window in order to guard an attack. You have to be very, very hesitant with your weapon, and you have to wait for the perfect opportunity to guard. As of 3rd, 4th and 5th gen, you can counter, so you can be in the middle of a combo as long as you're on hit number 2, as opposed to hit number 3, you can hold R1 and circle to go into a counter. Actually, no, I think you just hold circle, don't you? But, yeah. No, maybe you do have to hold R1, I can't remember, but anyway. Sometimes you have to be in the situation to know. But, you can just counter in the middle of a combo in those games, but you can't do that here. Of course, in Try you can counter on 3 hits, but that's not really important information. What are we doing next? Something fun would be nice. I may very well have to just join the room so that I can... You can't really see what I'm doing because the chat's up. Just going back into the hall because... I just don't want my slots stolen at the very least because it's dumb, it's really stupid. Twin Terrors? Oh my god. Florin is joking, of course, because Florin isn't even hunting with us, but a nice quest to flash a Rajang, yeah, exactly. I'm just sending a vomit girl emoji. Basarios is definitely one of those monsters, certainly Gravios. Basarios not as much, but definitely with Gravios, you do want a ranged weapon. Although Gravios, interestingly, because he is so good to fight ranged, he has certain attacks that really fuck with a ranged player. One of those is his horizontal laser beam. So, you don't want to be far away from Gravios when you're shooting in front of him at a distance. You want to be close enough to be able to roll sort of diagonally away from him, but also towards him. In other words, imagine he's here. You want to roll in that direction diagonally, so that you can get close enough to him to clear the horizontal beam. If you experience it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But he's basically designed to fuck with ranged players. And the annoying thing is, he's also designed to fuck with close-ranged players by doing that stupid fire-expelling attack that he does at the end of a laser beam that's usually unidirectional. But, yeah, Gravios is a fucking awful monster, I hate him. Just generally speaking, he sucks dick. He's an awful monster. Alright, I don't know what these people are doing, but... maybe a quest has been posted. A quest has been posted. Well, let's have a look and see what he's posted. That's me trying to communicate unnecessarily with my group. Yeah, I'm not a Basarios fan, I'll tell you that much. What have we got? Oh, regular congalala. Fire it is. Going to home. I should go to my farm and collect some honey. I've probably got plenty of honey, but just in case, I will make sure that I've got enough. I hope the game's loud enough. It should be. It should be loud enough, but maybe I'll just boost the volume a little bit. Well, maybe I won't, because it's probably louder in-game, isn't it? That's a lot of honey. I'm so used to the amount of honey that you get in first gen, which is like nothing. You're lucky to get 2. Much less however much that was. That was like 8 or 9. But, yeah, let's go and equip something fire-based. Let's go Sword and Shield. It is just Congalala, so we may as well. This is my Sword and Shield set. I sometimes use it for dual blades as well. This is a very sharpness-focused. I mean, all of it except for Reckless Abandon +1 is sharpness-focused. It is Razor Sharp, Speed Sharpening, and Sharpness +1. Plus, Critical Eye +1. Just to translate for people who don't know what the hell those skills mean. So we want a fire Sword and Shield. Now, I have a few issues with this Sword and Shield in this game. If you're familiar with this Sword and Shield from the later games, you'll notice that it looks really dark here. Now, it only looks this way when it's sheathed. And I would go so far as to say that it's only when you're outside of a quest. I think even when it is sheathed inside of a quest, it's more well lit than this. I don't know why it's so dark looking, it's very odd. I guess, you know, if they're trying to make it look like lava or magma, I guess, you know, these things can darken under certain circumstances. Maybe it's cooling down, so it's darkening, but I hate it, it looks awful. So, you know, if I'm going to have a bright golden sword, I don't want it to be all dark looking. But yes, this is the Gold Raytheon Sword and Shield, and it is my fire Sword and Shield of choice. I don't know if we've got a 4th hunter. I've actually got no idea, but I'm sure we'll figure that out. I'm pretty happy with the result visually here. Everything's looking fine, my webcam view is looking fine. Everything should be fine auditorily. So, yeah. I'm a happy camper. Just gonna make sure no one else wants. Well, no, it's Congalala, isn't it? Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. As you can see, I do have a save state for December of 2020. I do occasionally do save states, just in case for some reason I do lose my save, my physical save. The way it works, I do back up my physical save. You should always back up your physical save. However, if for some crazy reason you have lost your physical save backup, you may need to use a save state to get it all back. So, just in case I do have semi-regular save states. We're about 3 months behind on that one, but you know. Alright, catch you later, number 7. I'm just going to make sure that we're not departing without that other guy. Is he... hold on. I didn't check to see if that guy who was hunting with us before has moved on to something else. I think he was hentai, whatever the fuck. What was I pinged about for Ultimate Terrors? Look, I'm not desperate to 4-man a regular G-rank Congalala. The reason why I'm making sure is because I don't want to depart without a person who is intending on hunting with us. It's important to check these things. So, I don't... Well, whatever. I've given that person an opportunity. Let's just depart. Unless Indio wants to join. I'm just gonna check and see. Where's the other guy? Says Axie. I'll call him Axie. It's weird. It's a weird name generally, but I'll call him Axie. Great sword or long sword during low rank? Yeah, it's really up to you. Longsword is very good in 2nd gen for sure. It really does come down to how comfortable you are with greatsword. If greatsword is something that you're comfortable with solo, then go for it. If not, then longsword is the way to go for sure. Let's just depart without him. I'm not waiting anymore. I'm live, damn it. I'm sorry to hear that you lost a 3 ultimate save a few years ago. But it's hard to back up your saves. Oh, fucking hell. I hate it when this happens. This is what happens when you play with phone users, you know? It doesn't happen with people who play on desktop, or at the very least it happens very, very rarely. But if you're playing with phone users, fuck me. This kind of thing is fairly common. Anyway. I don't know why Axie left, because with a communication error, you actually don't have to re-eat, because you never departed on the quest. If you depart on the quest, and then you enter the quest and everyone's disconnected at that point, because the game has registered that you've joined the quest, you will have to eat again. The communication error takes place prior to entering the quest, so you don't have to eat again. And I think Axie might have realised that, unless he was meaning to leave and rejoin to try and get that guy to appear again. Oh my god, phone users. He's probably having to go all the way into the quest and then realise that we've disconnected and then come back in manually. So annoying. Oh, T-Fly is invisible, it looks like. Come on. Okay, so we've got a 4th player now, but the guy from before is invisible. He's still in the room, but he's not here. Fucking hell. Alright guys, you ready to see the meme in action? This right here, ladies and gentlemen. Thanos, oh, get fucked. Oh my goodness. Alright. If it's weird that I'm having to, like, look around something, again, I'm looking around the webcam, because the webcam is right in front of my computer screen, so some things on my computer screen cannot be seen. Emerald Congalala, oh, come on! Fucking hell. I meant to say CW as in change weapons, but I typed CQ instead, which means custom quest. So I didn't mean to say custom quest, but I did fix that. I fixed my error. I don't want to do this again, and especially because I don't have an ice sword and shield, because I can't get Kushala Daora right now. Or Kushala Daora, I don't know what I said, but it sounded weird. Let's go Lance, I guess. This is my Evade Lance set. I used to have a Guard Lance set, but I removed it because I'm just never going to use it. So, this is my Kushala Daora Lance. So, I obviously decided that it would be better to use... No, actually, that's not how it works. You have a separate Rust Fragment for each weapon type. So, no, I didn't choose to use my Rust Fragment for Lance. That's not how that works. So, I'm glad I caught myself on talking a load of bullshit. Alright. So we've eaten, we have our inventory sorted out, let's depart. Holy shit. That took a while. Just for us to go into the same fucking quest again. So we've only fought monkeys so far. We've fought Rajang, Copper Blangonga, and Emerald Congalala. So, it's the monkey stream, I guess. I don't really need to drink a hot drink, so I won't. I will just make my way over here, where it is no longer cold. I really should actually think of bringing... Oh, fuck you, actual piece of shit. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't! Get the fuck out of here. I haven't the time for you, sir. I haven't the time. No, stop! The last of my stamina is annihilated by this fucking Remobra. You've got to be joking. Piece of shit. So I haven't really done Evade Lance very often recently, so if I do anything weird, forgive me. I'm the only one in this room, so I've got a... Or in this area, I should say. So I've got a Mellings to contend with. Well, I don't want to get farted on. Just trying to avoid that. You can see that because I don't have shield advance in this game, which is often one way to close the distance between yourself and a monster in the later games, I basically have to back hop to get close to a monster. Which isn't too bad, because in the meantime you can actually do things like evade through tremor, evade through attacks, but generally it's pretty annoying. Just gonna shield. Oh, never mind. Don't flash the fucking monkey! I mean, who's doing it? Is it Hentai Master? Is it you? Are you the fucking person? Because you are the one who suffers most. You are a greatsword user, my friend. You are using a fucking greatsword. I mean, it might not be him. It might be Freak, but I don't think it is. Because generally people who go hunting horn know that it's you, isn't it? It's fucking you. It has to be you. You are the one. I'm gonna have to fucking target him in chat and fucking tell him what's going on, because it's ridiculous. He's a fucking greatsword user flashing monkeys. It's harder for him. Oh my fucking god. I guess it's a little better with a congalala. He's lucky with that, but fucking hell. Look at him upswinging. This isn't first gen, my friend. Primate Thursday. Well, yeah, I guess it is Thursday for me, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, it's Friday for me today. Can barely keep track of the days of the week. But, yeah, fucking hell. This guy with his fucking flash bombs is really pissing me off. May as well pick up... Can you not? I'm trying to pick up a shiny. God damn it. I just can't believe this fucking guy with his goddamn flash bombs. Fucking bastard. Don't really want to get too close to this head because I don't want to be thrown away by either the greatsword guy or the hunting horn guy. Particularly the hunting horn guy. Because if you're using hunting horn properly, you'll be aiming for the head. Just going for 3 hits there because I'm a little greedy. If you want to take it nice and slow and careful, you focus on 2 hits and then determine whether or not it's worth to go in for a 3rd. Especially in that situation, but I, as I said, was greedy, so I didn't double check that. Yep. Gonna get farted on if I'm not careful. Stop! Stop doing that! Fuck! Are you stupid? I mean, why am I even asking? Of course he's stupid. Of course he's fucking stupid. Don't flash the fucking monkeys because they do the tremor attacks. I evaded through it because I've got Evade Lance. You don't, Mr. Greatsword. You do not have tremor resistance. I know your armor set. You're using Makluva and Gold Rajang mixed. There are no fucking tremor skills on that, my friend. So good fucking luck. You dumb dickhead. Fucking open your eyes. I don't ask for much. I just ask for something better than complete fucking stupidity. Put that on a fucking shirt. Seems to be a bit of a quote of mine. Fucking Jesus, I'm gonna fucking message him now. I'm gonna carve him and I'm gonna message his ass. Stupid fool. At least I know who it is now. I was too busy hunting the fucking monster to see before. But now I know. I'll stop shitting on me. These monkeys are really pissing me off. I don't know how much I have to tell this guy to not flash monkeys, man. I don't know. I mean, what do you fucking want from me, my friend? The tolerance of Mother Teresa by the fucking looks of it. So, it is Hentai Master. I'm going to make sure. My guild hall. At Hentai Master. It is Drago, isn't it? Oh, it's T-Fly. It's T-Fly. Fucking T-Fly. It's not Hentai Master. He's the other guy. They had similar names in-game. Fucking hell. He's so stupid. I mean, it's not hard. Just open your eyes. That's all I fucking ask for. Alright, catch you later, Orange. Orange Boy is your name. I'll see you later. It's fucking stupid. Anyway. I mean, I don't know what more I can do for that person. I don't know what more I can do. Seriously, it hurts me inside. And you see, there are people on Hunsterverse who know. The guy's like, why the fuck do you flash? For melee, flash is really crap, you know? These aren't the people I'm playing with, clearly. I get all the people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. How do I break his head? Try not fucking flashing. Fucking hell. Seriously. Anyway. I think I've had my fun. Who's doing something fun? I'm gonna check to see who's doing something fun. Oh, Linus Sexo was removed. Flash it, then Dracula will suck your blood. Yeah, exactly. Hello, Keaton. You've returned again. You were here before, and then you disappeared, and then you're back again. You're never here for more than like a minute, so... yeah. Welcome back, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna see... what people are doing. Farming, Nagakuga high rank, oh, and a full Teostra room. So, I'm basically stuck here doing this. Can we do something interesting now? Alright. I don't ask for much. I really don't. Bigger monkey. Oh dear. But yeah, you can see it makes a big difference when I can show you guys the chat. Oh god, that's creepy. Look at that. This guy's got a broken line of pixels on his fucking monitor. Look at this. See that? A fucking broken line of pixels through there? Oh my fucking god. That's actually really funny. Of course you know. It's your monitor. Jesus. Of course you know. I'd fucking hope so. 10-year-old PSP. Oh, it's a PSP. My PSP is 10 years old as well. More than 10 years old. Much more than 10 years old. Well, I don't think he is playing on Monsterverse. Okay, now. Well, what I'm showing here, Phoenix, is the Hunsterverse Discord. This is basically how I'm able to play online in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, Monster Hunter Freedom. So it's not something irrelevant, it's actually the Hunsterverse server. I'm showing you the chat because when I communicate with people outside of the game, it's here. so I show it on screen. Oh, Entenbrot, hello. Haven't seen you in a fucking long time, like months. Anyway. I don't know if we're hunting anything else. Did someone post something? Tiror posted something. What if oh, of course he would disconnect. You could see that he had a quest posted, then he disconnected. That's not because he manually left. That's because he's a phone user and he's disconnected, for fuck's sake. Okay, I'll leave and rejoin. Well, I can just rejoin like this. But here's hoping that I can see him. If not, then he'll have to fucking reconnect. This fucking guy. Come on. Oh my god, fuck. Oh, OpenVPN crashed for him. Why do I play with these people? I can't fucking believe this, seriously. Okay, so... I'm gonna fucking post something at this rate. Does what? Hold on, what did he post? We'll see what he posted. And I'll fucking put it on. If it's not a monkey, then we'll do it. If it's a slaying quest, it might have been an elder dragon. I don't know. But... yeah, I just want something fun. Shit. That's fucking creepy, look at that. Oh my god. It's actually frightening, and the thing is, it works really well with the moss white head. And he's got... well, he should be called Ganon. Fucking hell. Imagine if his name was Ganon, that would be perfect, because he looks like Ganon. Orc Slayer. Fucking hell, it's creepy. Where is this guy who his fucking PPSSPP keeps crashing, his OpenVPN keeps crashing? I think it's his fucking computer. I thought it might have been his save, but I think it's his fucking computer if OpenVPN's crashing as well. It's fucking ridiculous. Browser? Oh my god. Hunsterverse looks fun. Yeah, at the best of times. Oh, fuck me. Weird shit goes on, I'll tell you that much. We hunt something? You know what I'll probably do? It's a bit too cut off at the bottom, isn't it? We're not hunting fucking Rajang. He's joking anyway, but... there you go, that's a bit less cut off at the bottom, isn't it? For your viewing pleasure. Leave me alone. I don't need to be mocked in this way. Oh, Tiror is back. Here we fucking go. I don't really know because my sound isn't on, so forgive me for that. Okay. What's the slaying quest? Absolute Zero? Ukanlos? Okay. I'm cool with that. Let's do something a little different. Have we eaten? I think... no, we haven't. Okay. No, I didn't mean to do that. Shit. I mean to warp with triangle. Or fast travel. Warp is a little different to fast travel. It's kind of funny when I say warp instead of fast travel. Fast travel means that you're just... it's a game mechanic where you can go from one place to another quickly. You don't actually have to physically make the journey in-game. Warp is when, lore-wise and story-wise, you are actually being teleported to an area. Story-wise, we are not being teleported to our kitchen from the guild hall. So, you don't call it warping, you call it fast traveling. That's how that works. Not that I needed to explain that, because you guys know that. But I'm saying it for myself, if anything. Okay, so we want, Absolute Bow. Let's do that. And rather than Absolute Bow, we will use the Engraved Wyvern Bow, or whatever it's called. Engraved Fire Wyvern Bow, because this is just better for fire, specifically. But I wanted to use this elemental set. This is one of my favourite elemental sets in the series, and it's in Freedom Unite. And it's just a lovely thing, although I had to break my fucking back getting the barrage piercing. There's nothing more fucking miserable than doing all of the training quests for all weapon types in this game. Oh my god, this guy's disconnected again! Fuck! See how he's not visible as the quest host? I am so sick of these fucking phone users! Oh my fucking god, man. Fucking hell. Just let all the phone users play together. I'm so sick of it. So fucking stupid. Alright, he's left and rejoined, thank fuck for that. You know what these phone users do to be able to read the Hunsterverse chat? You know what they do? They use one phone to play the game and another phone to read the chat, because they can't read the chat and play the game on one phone, so they use two phones. Can you fucking believe that? They use two phones. Who has two phones? I don't. Why would I have two phones? These people don't have a computer, but they have two phones. Sell a phone and buy some shithouse laptop. I don't care, but you don't need a decent machine to emulate this game on PPSSPP and play online. You don't. But it would be more stable than playing on a fucking phone. I can't... Drives me insane. These people have two phones to play on PPSSPP and talk on Hunsterverse, but they don't have a fucking computer. Get a computer. This is why I never record on Hunsterverse, is because it drives me insane. Drives me insane. Fuck me up the fucking ass, man. Okay. Can we finally hunt? Why does this guy keep hosting? That's what I want to fucking know. He should tell me what he wants and I'll host the fucking quest and then we can be done with it. That'd be a good fucking solution now, wouldn't it? Que revolta, que drama. Right. Yeah, it's fucking drama, alright. The whole thing's drama. There wouldn't be a fucking drama if the guy got a fucking computer. I don't care what country you live in, you can get a cheap-ass fucking computer that can run this fucking game. You can do it. It takes nothing. It's barely even a problem. Barely a problem. Okay, so we want Huskberry and Fire Herb, come on. Hurry it up, Doomlink. Put away... Mega Pickaxe, don't need that shit. Fire Herb, come on baby. I'm too busy trying to communicate with these fucking people to actually organise my inventory. Okay. Is this going to be sufficient? Let's fucking hope so, because I'm not bringing any more ammo. What? Bit Phoenix, your reaction shouldn't be, chill Doom, turn off this game and chill. The reaction should be, haha, he's annoyed. Because I wouldn't be sitting here getting annoyed on camera live if it weren't for your entertainment. So sit back and be entertained, or don't be. If anyone needs to leave, it would be you, Phoenix, seriously. I'm not so angry that I need to turn off the game and chill. Fuck's sake. If you want me to actually get annoyed, it would be reacting like that to my annoyance. That's when I'll actually get annoyed. Fuck's sake. I'm playing the cutscene for your benefit, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my fucking god. Okay, let's do it. Seriously, if you're not entertained by my annoyance, then what are you doing? I would stop watching, personally. Seriously, if me being entertained were not funny to watch, I wouldn't get annoyed on camera. I would suppress my rage. Okay, we need to dive! This is not good at all. This is actually the worst start to an Gunlance hunt I think I've ever had. If only for the fact that he's done this ice beam and has successfully hit me repeatedly. Surprisingly, turning on the spot does help, but it helps a lot less in these games as compared to 3rd gen. In 3rd gen they made it a whole lot easier. to actually get out of Snow Blight really quickly. So there you go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to shoot flame shots rapid fire on the back legs to knock him down. That's the way it works. And we can still knock him down during a flash. I believe it's 5 shots rapid fire with this particular gun, which is why we are using this gun versus the Absolute Bow. Absolute Bow is good if you want to be lazy and just have one gun for all of your elemental shots, but if you happen to have a really good gun for a specific element, such as this gun here, which is the standard Rathalos Bow fully upgraded, you are much better off using this versus the Absolute Bow. Keeping in mind that the Absolute Bow is the... well, the names throughout all the games are Absolute Bow, Absolute Bowgun, and Absolution Bowgun. They are the White Fatalis Bowgun. So, yeah. It's good just if you want to use multiple elements in one hunt, really, but generally speaking, you're better off getting a different bowgun for each individual element. You can see that the quest is basically being locked down, or the monster's being locked down in the quest with flash bombs. So, yeah. Oh dear, that wasn't good at all. That's not good. Nearly got fucking comboed really hard right there. Nearly got comboed to hell. That did not happen, fortunately. There goes Mr. Phone User. I'm surprised that I haven't gotten a knockdown on the back legs yet. Because to be honest, I'm not dealing that much damage on the back legs, I'm just really searching for a knockdown. That's what I really want. And you could see that I actually have an adrenaline set with this gun in my loadout list. That's actually exclusively for Fatalis. All of the Fatalis monsters in this game are weak to fire. Perhaps not primarily, but definitely they are weak to it, to the point where it is absolutely worth shooting fire against a Crimson Fatalis, for example. In the 4th gen games, and, well, not really 5th gen, because the Fatalis subspecies do not exist in 5th gen, at least not at this time. In 4th gen, the only monster of the Fatalises that is still weak to fire is White Fatalis. But in the older games, all of them are weak to fire, including Crimson. So, because it's much easier to get an elemental bowgun set up for fire versus dragon, it's generally better to use fire. So, my adrenaline fire light bowgun setup is a Fatalis setup, and it is my preferred setup. I think I removed my old Cluster set. I used to use Cluster against Fatalis, but I hate doing it with teammates that really are desperate to go Blade Master, because some people really do force themselves to experience the utmost pain, which is hunting a Fatalis with Blade Master weaponry, and the last thing I want to do is fuck them up even further with cluster shots. So one good thing about choosing to use something like this over cluster shots, because visually this is the same as my adrenaline setup. The adrenaline setup is only different in that I'll be kind of weak. I'll be at a one-shot sort of level of health, and also I'll be playing much more carefully, but it is rapid fire. Of course, that's not going to fuck up my teammates, whereas cluster shots, yeah, they rain down on the ground and fuck up Blade Masters like no tomorrow. So, this is definitely my preferred way to play against Fatalis, especially these days. So this is an example of a quest where you do actually want to spam flash bombs. Not everyone actually thinks this is a good thing to do, in the sense that it makes everything too easy if you just flash everything in the game, but this is one of the ways in which Monster Hunter really progressed from 1st and 2nd to 3rd generation. They created diminishing returns for flash bombs, and the reality is that some people do consider 3rd gen to be too easy. But the reality is, let's say that twice I guess, this is the truth of the matter. What's more difficult about 1st and 2nd gen versus 3rd gen is the fact that rather than fighting the monsters, you're more fighting the messy game mechanics. The changes introduced in 3rd generation actually make the game harder in a creative way, such as diminishing returns on traps and flash bombs, blights being introduced, things of that nature. That's how you make up for the game mechanics being smoother while not actually just having the game be super easy. So of course the game will be easier to play if the game mechanics are smoother. But the whole idea of 3rd gen was to take traditional Monster Hunter and bring it into, just to raise the bar a little bit, bring it to a higher level without compromising the experience. And I think 3rd generation succeeded very well with that. Unfortunately, the people who became very, very good with 1st and 2nd generation felt a little bit disenfranchised by the fact that the game now felt so easy to play. It wasn't about it actually being an easy game. It just felt easy to play because they didn't have to deal with broken game mechanics anymore. That's what it really came down to. And I understand why people took issue with that. I started in 2nd gen as well. But it was Tri where I really cut my teeth as a Monster Hunter. And I was really excited by the changes brought about by Tri. Very excited. I thought it was really, really good, and I was ready for an amazing progression in the series, and, well, it didn't really last. It started changing more than I was really comfortable with. Case in point, Monster Hunter World, but, yeah. Okay. I moved to Pierce for the reason that I knew that he wasn't too far away from dying, so I didn't want to use my fire herbs, although I really have no space for the calves that I'm getting here, so I'd almost be tempted to remove my fire herbs from my inventory. 3 calves on Gunlance in 2nd gen, there you go. Of course, this is the first game where Gunlance appears in. He is the final boss of Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. And he's relatively unchanged from, well, in 3rd gen and 4th gen, he's basically the same fight as what you see here. The main difference is his tail and how it works. In this game, it's very easy to be snow-blinded by his tail. It's really awful, actually. But in 3rd and 4th gen, getting snow-blinded by his tail doesn't happen nearly as easily, so he's a bit of an easier hunt. In terms of his burrowing attack, where he targets a single player and burrows through towards them, basically the same in Freedom Unite, as was demonstrated to Gunlance stones. Oh damn. I have to screenshot that, baby. Alright. Oh, no one cares about my double Gunlance stone. Breaks my heart. Alrighty. Okay. So I was pretty happy with that selection of monster, to be honest. That was pretty good. Although I have again done quite a bit of Gunlance recently in my random hunts videos, but again, it's better than a fucking monkey hunt. I'll tell you that much. R.I.P. What's R.I.P. about getting 2 stones? Ugh. What's the first thing I should make with this? A Gunlance stone? Upgrade a Cantor bow. I didn't realize that a Cantor bow used an Gunlance stone. I guess that makes sense, because the reality is that a Cantor doesn't actually have a G-rank version. And so the way they... I don't remember this, but it makes sense based on what T-Fly said. That's his name, isn't it? T-Fly? Yes. Based on what T-Fly says, you require the G-rank rare material of the G-rank equivalent to a Cantor, which is Gunlance. That's basically how it was treated in this game. There is no G-rank Cantor in Freedom Unite. The G-rank Cantor is Gunlance. Therefore, if you want to take your high rank Cantor weapon to G-rank, max level, you seem to require the upgrade material from Gunlance, which is Gunlance stone. But as far as I'm aware, the other materials are just regular high rank Cantor. There is technically a G rank Cantor hunt in Freedom Unite, but it's an event quest, and it only drops high rank materials, because there are no G rank materials for a Cantor. So if you really, really wanted to hunt a G rank Cantor, you could, because he has G rank damage and G rank health. He just doesn't drop G rank stuff. So there is no real reason to do it other than to challenge yourself. If you really, really wanted to experience G rank Cantor, you can. But I generally don't bother doing it. Don't know what our next hunt is, but I'm quite eager to see what it will be. I'll be going for another 40-50 minutes, something like that. It doesn't have to actually hit 3 hours, but yeah, I'm going to go a little longer. And the reason why is because in about 50 minutes worth of playing here, I got one quest completed, which is just, that's too slow. So I want to make up for that by recording a whole lot more. Atalant armor. So he says Atalant armor, and then he's laughing about Atalant armor, because obviously King Atalant is the name of the sword, whereas there is no Atalant armor. It's the White Monoblos and Black Diablos greatsword. So, you know. And this is Decker here. He's making a joke with his name. These are the names of banned hunters. These are downloaded saves that some people use on Freedom Unite, and he's gone and made his Discord name those names. He was originally just Aang, and then he changed it to more than one name because he wanted to make it even clearer that he was using banned names. So he kind of ruined the joke by making it too obvious. Looks like I wasn't the only one to get a stone, but I got 2, so there you go. What is going on with this font? That looks different to the PSP font. I've got the PSP font, which is Hyun. Oh no, it is the same font, I think, but he's at super low resolution or something. It's the same font. Yeah, it is. That's really weird. I have the PSP font. Basically, if you want to use the PSP font in the emulator, you actually have to download it separately because they don't provide it. There are copyright issues with the release of the PPSSPP emulator if it were to include the font file. So you just have to download it separately, and then you'll be looking at the same font that you would get on PSP, and it makes a big difference. It looks really uninteresting if you've got the standard font in PPSSPP if you're playing on a Monster Hunter game, or for any PSP game for that matter, so you really do want to download that PSP font, and it'll look much nicer and more authentic. I didn't have that originally, like my earlier recordings of this game, and Portable Third did not have that font because I didn't realise that you could download that. It bothered me, but I didn't know that there was a fix for it. I didn't know that I could get the same font that I would get on the PSP, but it turns out that you can, and I got that sorted out about 2.5 years ago. So, that was good. In terms of what I'm going to use for this hunt, what haven't I yet used? Okay, Sword and Shield, let's do it. I've been desperate to use Sword and Shield, apparently. So let's actually do it. Really? I have the fucking Melling's Tool G in this game, I didn't realise. I never use it. But it wouldn't be bad to use. But I wouldn't use it against Camellias. Alright. Oh, this shit again. Fuck. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Have we got 2 invisible hunters or just 1? 2 invisible hunters. Oh no, they're both here now. Okay, good. So they probably just joined in the meantime. I wasn't sure. You know, that's why I'm freaking out. It's because they're constantly going invisible these days. So I just wanted to be sure about it. That's all. Oh shit. Sometimes I can keep this up and then other times I can't. Oh, here we go again. Got to keep processing and then eventually I'll be able to see the quest. Here we go. Beautiful. Let's put away these flying meal passes. We don't need these. One thing that you'll notice with this... oh, I need to fix the chroma key. Because I'm phasing out of existence. There we go. And I'm going to change the white balancing also. Because I'm currently too frickin' orange. There we go, that's a bit better. Just doing live adjustments to my lighting. It looks perfect right now. I mean, it almost can't look better than how it looks right now, so I'm very happy with it. Okay. And I think we're about ready to depart. This guy with this hunting horn, I'm just going to warn you, this is one of the most ugly sounding hunting horns. I mean, it's actual ear rape. If there were one apt scenario to use the phrase ear rape, it would be this guy playing this hunting horn. Fortunately, I don't have sound on right now, for me. Like, I can't hear anything. So, I won't have to suffer, but you guys may very well have to. So I can only apologize, I suppose, but... yeah, it's not good. What is Freak doing? Are you new? How does he not know? How could you be in G rank? I think that guy's Hunter rank 9. How could you be Hunter rank 9 and not know where this monster starts? I don't understand. Anyway, look at him, he's gone into Area 6. That's really weird. I guess he was carried, it's possible. A lot of people have been getting carried in Freedom Unite these days. It is important to note that I'm really not doing that much damage for the team right here, because I am using Sword and Shield. As you can see, the slamming of the tail on the ground in this game is not minor. It really messes you up. I'm attacking the back legs here because that is your trip area for Chameleos, as opposed to the head. And the reason why is because the head is kind of high up, it's not easy to reach, so in this game, well, just in general in this hunt is what I really meant to say. They make it so that the trip area is the back legs. Flashing the Chameleos, great. As I understand it, not very helpful. It either doesn't really make a difference or it makes it harder. I don't remember which of the two. Especially if it makes him do the poison on the ground, because if he does the poison on the ground, then we're not going to be achieving much here. He might not do it more frequently. He might just be doing it regardless. I really don't know, but... that should be a knockdown. I'm going to aim for the tail. Just a good thing to aim for. Once you do enough damage to the tail, there will be a health threshold based break. In other words, once Chameleos reaches a certain amount of health, the tail will pop off. It's a little bit different to how it works in the other games, in the later games. The health of the tail is not as high here as it is later on. Well, that's a good time for Sonic Bomb. Mr. Hunting Horn, man. Need to shield this, because if I failed to shield that, I would have had to use an ancient potion which I do not have. That would have been terrible, but this guy is playing no stamina loss, so that's pretty good. Fortunately, I'm not bouncing off this tail at white sharpness. I'm very happy to see that. Oh shit. I don't think I set the game... Did I set the game on Twitch to be Freedom Unite? I'm actually really interested to check that. I think I might have accidentally set it to Generations Ultimate, or rather, I accidentally forgot to update it. Let's check to see if it's Freedom Unite on Twitch. I'm really interested to see, because I think I forgot to fix that. If I did, then that's very frustrating. Okay, I did set it to Freedom Unite, that's good. I wasn't entirely sure if I'd remembered to do that. I'm just going to make doubly sure that it is Freedom Unite. It should be. So, yes it is. Good. I'm very happy to see that. Because if it were not, then that would have been pretty frickin' bad. So, because then, you know, it would be a totally different audience, wouldn't it? Thank you, Chubby. But, yeah. don't know what this Chiror guy is doing. He's following me. I wasn't chasing the monster. Usually Chameleos progresses to Area 6. And the fastest way there... Where are you going, Chiror? Chiror! Roar. Oh, well, he can also go up into that area, yeah. It is health dependent. I think that means we're doing good damage to him if he's gone to this area. So whether he goes to 8... Well, that's not 8, that's something else. Whether he goes to 6 or whatever this area is health dependent. So... yeah. Whoa. There goes that frickin' tail attack again. You just have to wait for him to stop doing it because you can't do anything while he's doing it. That's how that works. Don't know why I spelt that out so obviously. Yeah, that's what happens with this monster. It's kind of annoying. But I will try to record more Freedom Unite, to be honest. If I can do more Freedom Unite, then I'll be happy. Because I do enjoy Generations Ultimate, it's the easiest one for me to record, but if I can do some Freedom Unite like this, then I will review the recording and see if it's nice, and if it's nice, then I'll do more of this, because it's not that hard to set up, to be completely honest. I thought it would be harder, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. One thing that I'm happy about with this weapon is that I'm staying in white sharpness for so long. Yeah, I've got slightly more white sharpness than I have purple sharpness, which is good. It's hitting this tail again. I haven't hit this tail enough to get it to pop off yet, but, you know, once the health does reach the appropriate level. But I will try to aim for it with the next knockdown. You can see that the poison doesn't linger in this game like it does in 4th gen. It's sort of like a one-time thing. It lingers for like... oh god, I thought I was going to get upswung there. Almost fucking did. Well, I'm glad to see that he's charging his fucking greatsword at least. That makes me happy. Okay, time to sharpen up. It's quite quick and easy for me to sharpen. Not if I don't have whetstones. I remember removing my whetstones at the end of the Gunlance quest, but I forgot to go and buy more, which is really fucking stupid of me. Hopefully I can still hit these back legs without bouncing. I've been hitting the front legs so far. Worst case scenario, I will have to go to the box and pray that I have many whetstones in there, but it may very well be the case that he will die before I need more whetstones, and I'm just going to fucking pray that that's what's going to happen. Because at the moment, this really kind of sucks. Okay, can I hit this tail without bouncing? No, I can't. Well, that's a problem. Looks like we're not getting the tail today, ladies and gentlemen, and to be honest, I wouldn't be too surprised if, even if I had whetstones and I could sharpen back up to purple, I wouldn't be that surprised if we didn't get the tail, because the sword and shield, again, is not a damaging weapon type at all. It's really quite pathetic. Anyway. Isn't it ironic that with a set that's so heavily, I guess, designed around sharpness skills, I actually manage to not bring any whetstones? It's really ridiculous, but oh well. It's all for the sake of your entertainment, I suppose. Oh dear. Aha. Take that, Mr. Chameleos. I have to keep attacking your back legs because I know I won't bounce off those. Freak has gone and launched me away. I'm going to continue attacking the back legs again, just so that I'm not bouncing stupidly. Of course, the back legs are not actually a weak point. They only create flinch. The idea being that you attack the back legs until such time that you can hit the head. But it seems that I'm not bouncing off the head either. Hello, Spaceman. A rare Freedom Unite livestream today, but hopefully not rare for long, because I would like to do this more often. It takes a little bit more effort than, say, recording a console game, but you know what, this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad at all. It's just a little different to what I'm used to, and it's not as comfortable. But I'd say the result is worthwhile, so I will try to do it more often. Of course, Chameleos is the weakest of all the Elder Dragons that you come across in 2nd generation, so I think we will have this guy dead pretty soon. He's not going to last too long, so hopefully I'm not going to really suffer with my sharpness. At the very least, I'm not going to drop below green. As you can see, I have a shitload of green. But I think I'll probably have this guy dead before I even hit green, because I do have Razor Sharp here. And I do have more blue sharpness than any other sharpness level after blue, so that is good to see that I'm not the only one who's been hitting the tail. And it also is good to see that we are at the health level where the tail pops off. So in other words, the way in which you can confirm that the tail pops off at a health threshold is through the fact that you can be attacking the monster. Like, if you've hit the tail a certain number of times, and then you go and attack Chameleos, nowhere near the tail, you will see the tail pop off randomly, which indicates that it is health-based. But if you really want big Elder Dragon Gems, you want that tail to come off, because there's a good carve chance for big Elder Dragon Gems. And in Freedom Unite, you need a lot of them. A lot of them. Well, depending on what you want to make, but if you're quite serious about making lots of endgame weapons, and even armor, but mostly weapons, I think. Then again, I don't recall needing big Elder Dragon Gems for armor. At least nothing that I've personally made that I can think of right now. But certainly if you want to make lots of endgame weapons in Freedom Unite, big Elder Dragon Gems are very much needed. And this is probably the best monster to get them from for the reason that he is the easiest Elder Dragon to kill. But still, sometimes it can be nice to go and fight Teostra or Kushala Daora just for something a little different. Because it is very annoying to fight Chameleos and nothing else. We've broken Chameleos' horn, so he's not really going invisible very much. He can't really go invisible properly with his horn broken, so... Unfortunately, I reached green sharpness. Again, just as an update, I do not have whetstones, which is a little bit annoying, but... yeah, I mean, that's what happens if you fucking remove your whetstones. You forget to buy more. I should know that. I mean, maybe some of you wouldn't forget to do that, but I do, because I'm stupid, clearly. So, yeah. There we go, that is a dead Chameleos, ladies and gentlemen. The easiest Elder of the series. As far as I'm concerned. I suppose in certain circumstances, Kid-In can actually be a little easier. But I consider Chameleos to be the easiest. Because Kid-In balances out his lack of health with the fact that he's just a generally fucking annoying monster to fight. So, the idea is that unless you're using something like Ranged Pellet against Kid-In, you're probably not going to be hitting him very often, because he's basically... he's designed to really shit on Blade Master players. Freak actually has no stamina, so he's obviously been hit by the... don't even know what it's called. It doesn't really have a name, does it? But basically it's the green gas that Chameleos shoots out, and when it hits you, it not only hurts, but it reduces your stamina to 0. You will be in red stamina. And that no doubt happened to him, and he didn't have any stamina recovery items, and no ancient potions or anything like that. I usually just use an ancient potion because it takes my stamina all the way up to full, and I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about healing, or specifically healing my stamina. I can just pop an ancient potion and be done with it. And I usually don't die against Chameleos, so I don't really have to worry about not having an ancient potion in the event that I actually die. So, that's how it works. I'm going to take a quick trip to the bathroom, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay. I'm back. So yeah, as I said, if everything is good with this recording and... Well, yeah, that's actually really all it comes down to. If the recording is good and everything is working well, I will record Freedom Unite and Portable Third more often, although I will warn you that if I record Portable Third, it's going to be a little bit more unpleasant, because it's harder to get into groups of good hunters in Portable Third, and as well as that, like, in other words, you can come up against, or not really come up against, because you don't fight players, but it's almost like a fight, but you could end up hunting with people who are really, really dumb in Portable Third. But more than that, it's very easy to play with people who have very bad connection in Portable Third, so it's not really good for live streaming, but yeah. I mean, I can try doing Portable Third live, but I will try. I will definitely try, but I won't promise a good result. Whoa. That's a strange plane. That sounded like a rotor plane that was going down. I was almost expecting a crash, but that just sounded weird. I mean, you guys could hear that, I'm assuming. That was really loud. I don't know what's happening with the team. I don't know if that guy that has been hosting all the quests is coming back. He may even be here, but he's invisible, you know, because he's a fucking phone user. But, I will have a look and see. I'm asking what next in the chat. What is this plane doing? It's like circling around the area. Sounds like a biplane or something like that. Something old. Oh, Katara is here. Not that I know that person. Fatalis. You want to do Fatalis? Well, I'm happy to do Fatalis. I'm okay to do Fatalis if you really want to. If that were one thing to do, if that's going to be the last quest that we do, which would end up being the case, yeah, I think Fatalis would be the one. That would be the ultimate crescendo now, wouldn't it? I can finally demonstrate to you guys Fatalis while live, because I don't think I did it live in the past when I was recording this game live, so... Oh my god. Okay, I'll bring up the chat. Is Atalat double T or is it double L? I think it's double L. Like Atalat armor. Oh, just to keep with the joke, I guess. King Atalat hammer. Oh dear. King Atalat hammer. Yes, indeed. Oh, you're still here, Ron. That's Ethan sending something in a group chat. If you can see that. No, you can't actually see that. That's interesting. That's actually outside of the cropped area of the chat that I've got on stream. Which is good, because I don't need these notifications appearing to you as well. King Atalat bow. Wow. Oh dear. Wow, King Atalat heavy bowgun is his favourite, apparently. King Atalat boomerang. Wow. That's a good one, Koten. King Atalat Farcaster that takes you right to Diablos. Yeah, exactly. Maybe not King Atalant paintball. What would be funny? Well, I'll send that as well. King Atalant potion. Wow. We've got a meme on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. It's fucking funny though. This is exactly why I shared the chat, you see. What are we actually doing? Is it Fatalis? I guess it's Fatalis, but this guy hasn't told me what he's doing. What I mean to say is that hey, Vernon, I'm not really keen on doing Fatalis in 1st or 2nd gen with a guy who's just using a greatsword, because greatsword versus Fatalis is almost like not even having a person, like, let's say he's the 4th hunter. It's like not even having a 4th hunter. So... one issue that I have with doing Fatalis is that it's going to be quite similar to that Gunlance hunt that I just did, but... yeah. We're actually talking about King Atalant, which is the name of the... well, you probably know about it. You've played Freedom Unite. King Atalant is the name of the strongest greatsword of the game, which is Black Diablos and White Monoblood. What the... sliding snack? What do you mean? I guess he does have a snake-like head. Yeah. That's cool, Ron. Reading the chat just means that you can see who I'm talking to. I just feel like it helps to appreciate the live stream, but... well, look. If you really want to do Fatalis, we'll do it. It's going to be quite an experience. For those of you who have not seen Fatalis in this era of Monster Hunter, are going to see what it's like. What the fuck is going on? You see this dot right here? That's actually a room light that is penetrating my green screen. And I'd like to remove it, if I can. Let's see what we can do. Oh, no, it's... oh. Yeah, that's the best we can do. It's almost totally gone. Yeah, you basically can't see it. That's not too bad, it's just I need to make sure that if it gets brighter outside, that's not going to fuck with anything. Like, you know, my head starts to disappear. You wouldn't have even noticed the dot if I didn't point it out. Well, I make life harder for you as a viewer, clearly. This should be Black Fatalis. I mean, I actually don't know, Ron. This guy hasn't specified specifically what Fatalis. My guess is if someone mentions Fatalis, just as Fatalis, they mean Black Fatalis. But, again, if you've never seen 1st or 2nd gen Fatalis, let this be a warning. It's one of the most boring fights in the series. If you've experienced Lao Shanlong, it's about as boring as Lao Shanlong. It's probably more boring, to be honest. You know what? Lao Shanlong's kind of fun because you can enjoy playing. You can actually use the weapon and just go through all the combos and sort of almost get yourself into a hypnotized state of enjoying the weapon that you're using when you're going up against Lao Shanlong. In the case of Fatalis, the fight is both very boring and also very grueling because you actually have to be careful so as not to be killed by the Fatalis. It happens that you can fight Fatalis and he'll just shit on you instantly. It happens. And it's a problem. Oh, what are you guys doing? Are we doing Fatalis? Like, what are we doing? Are we all on the same page, or are we all completely off our fucking heads? Like, what's happening? River of Fire? I don't recall 2 Lavazioths being Fatalis. Clearly, some people are not on the same page, and Katara is sniping the hall. You people are fucking ridiculous, seriously, like, holy fucking god. Okay, so clearly we're not all on the same page, so let's get this a little organized here. Well, Fatalis, since we've talked about it and decided Fatalis. Here we go. Fuck me. Join now, fly. Because your slot's not being fucking taken. Oh my god. Because Katara, I mean, Katara is one of those players who doesn't realise that we've actually got a group of 4. You're sleepy. Well, what relevance does that have? Have you been playing with us? I guess you have. But still, the reason why I wouldn't know is because his name is different in Discord to that of his in-game name, so I don't know who the fuck he is, so... You just woke up 2 minutes ago? Good to know. Excuse the slurping, by the way. But, yeah, that should be, that should be good enough. I mean, I think with that, we will be able to get a Fatalis room together, but in the meantime, I actually need to... Sorry if the display ever just stops updating. It's because I'm doing weird things on my computer. Like switching between windows, and OBS doesn't know what to capture and things like that. But, Vrayston apparently is watching me live, because he's asking what my Twitch profile picture name is. The anime in question, Vrayston, is Owari no Seraph. It is, the character is Ashuramaru. He is a male character. He is the character that I use for my YouTube and Twitch profiles. So... Anyway. Well, I may as well pop the link in there. Yeah, let's just do it. No, I won't put my link in. If you want to link at Vrayston, you can, but I won't go to the trouble of doing that. Anyway, the main reason is because I need to set up my frickin' inventory for this hunt, because this is important. So, I need to make sure that I have probably toadstools, and maybe even barrel bomb small. That will do. Because the idea is that I want to remove my red health if necessary. Like if I've got a shitload of red health, and I want to remove that, I can just use a small barrel bomb. That's basically to be used in conjunction with toadstools, and all of that business. So, what am I doing with myself? I also need combination materials for fire shots, so I think we do have huskberries, yes, we now need fire herbs. And then after that we need more shots, so let's be careful with what we're doing here. This is one of these hunts where we do need to very carefully manage our inventory. We are going to be in this hunt for a long time, so we need all the ammunition we can possibly carry. So we're going to need normal level 2, normal level 3. We're going to need all levels of pierce, which I believe that I can shoot. And... yes, I can, but I, again, run out of space. So let's, again, manage our inventory. We don't need flash bombs against Fatalis. We do definitely need a Farcaster. You guys are just going to have to be patient with me. Is this going to be sufficient? I think I should bring needleberries, just so that I can have combination materials for normal level 2. So I'll find one more thing to remove, which is going to be trank bombs. Trank bombs against Fatalis, in case you needed me to tell you, are not in any way helpful. So, oh, you can't buy needleberries here. Very well. I should have some in my box. Here we go, needleberry. And that should be combination materials for normal level 2, combination materials for Flaming S, and I've also got large barrel bomb plus, and small barrel bombs and toadstools and all of that business. I'm just making sure that I've got everything I need, and I think we're ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to witness, if you've never seen it before, 2nd generation Fatalis, which is terrible. I haven't had that experience, Ron. If people are referring to white Fatalis, they say white Fatalis. White is definitely one of the more common hunts that you come across, but one of the reasons being that you would be more likely to get the full white Fatalis armor set than the full black or full crimson. And also there are lots of good white Fatalis weapons. But, yeah, if anyone wants to complain about the cutscene being played, well, tough titties. I'm live and I want to actually present that to my audience. This is Castle Shrade, with the traditional Fatalis theme playing. This same theme plays in certain arena quests in 1st gen as well. Get fireballed in the face. Okay, time to fucking fall asleep, everyone. I hope you're ready for a snooze. I didn't bring fire shots. Oh my god, Doomlink, you are so funny. You know that? The one fucking thing that you needed. It's so typical, you know. I bring everything except the main fucking thing that I needed, which was fire shots. Oh my god. Doomlink. Okay, fuck. Okay, Psycho Serums, I'll remove them, fine. Oh, I can't believe what I'm doing. As you can see, I'm not too concerned about the hunt. You don't need to be. It's such a non-hunt for the most part. I can't believe that I'm only going to have 20 as opposed to 80 fucking flaming shots. I'm so stupid, honestly. Okay, I have to be careful. I don't want to mess up Freak here. I'm going to be hurting myself, so... We're just bombing the Fatalis here. Indeed, it's much smarter to actually not eat for this, so that you have less health to destroy. There we go, beautiful. We're now going to have some toadstools. I have not seen the Moss Underworld Fatalis. I have no real desire to see it. Because to me, well, that monster was never going to appear in World, to be honest. It was never going to appear, so to me it's a mistake that it was ever introduced into World, so I don't really want to see it. Alright, so we're currently in Adrenaline form, so hopefully we don't have to manage our health again after this, because quite frankly, I really find it to be quite a waste of time, but I can't fucking believe, cannot fucking believe. No, that stupid tail. Hate this part of the hunt. Very good. Get that hit if we can. I haven't fought Fatalis in quite some time because this is not the sort of monster that I hunt for leisure. This is not a leisurely experience, I will tell you. I only hunt Fatalis if I actually need his stuff, and I've got all his stuff, or everything that I could ever want. So I don't hunt him these days. But some people really do fight Fatalis for leisure, and I fucking don't, because it's an unpleasant fight. It's really unpleasant. Well, it's good to hear that you got the Brachydios dual blades. We would definitely be playing 3 Ultimate by now, Vernon, but for some reason, that Tri-Wing Screwdriver still hasn't arrived. I don't know why. It's really stupid. It was supposed to arrive, it was between last Wednesday and this Wednesday that it was supposed to arrive, and it's Friday, and as far as I know, it still hasn't arrived. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. I need that to open up my Wii U and clean the fucking thing. But, there we go, there's a good knockdown. Oh dear. Fucking Fatalis, man. So the key with Fatalis is kind of similar to traditional Rathalos, in that when Rathalos is in the air shooting his fireballs, you want to go close to his shadow. The closer you are to him, the easier you'll be able to resist his aerial attacks. However, there is actually a tactic employed by Fatalis that makes it so that it's a little harder than Rathalos, and that technique is to, out of nowhere, come down really close to the ground with his tail swinging at you, and then you start getting hit by his fireballs, and it's just a mess. It's generally just a mess, so I'm already out of fire shots. I'm so fucking annoyed by this, because you have to understand, given that fire shots are my rapid fire ammunition, that's what was going to last most of the hunt. And then all of this was like for contingency purposes. This was for if I ran out of fire, which was likely, I guess, but fucking hell, oh, he's leaving. He's going to the next part of Castle Shrade, which is just over here. So this is another aspect of the hunt which is really fucking boring. You just have to wait for him to slowly but surely fly over here. And, yeah, it's really boring. This is what I mean by you can go and have a snooze. It's fucking stupid. You haven't really played much Dual Blades, Vernon? Well, it's good. It's good fun. Alright. Shooting Pierce, which is definitely good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Pierce is good, but this is not a Pierce set. This is an Elemental set. Check my skills. Element Attack up. Not Pierce up. If I wanted Adrenaline Pierce, I would have gotten an Adrenaline Pierce set. This is not an Adrenaline Pierce set. So, again, Pierce is supposed to be the secondary ammunition type. Aha, you dropped the gate on him, huh? Very good. That's good to see. Because I have to tell you, it's not often that I play with people in this game and they drop the gate. So, I'm glad to have that happen while I'm on camera. That's good. I just don't bother half the time. Damage-wise, it's probably pretty decent, but from what I hear, it's not very impressive. Like, the damage is not that good. Just have to fix my chroma key, possibly. Yeah, here we go. I'd rather not do this while hunting a Fatalis, but you know. Uh-oh, no, okay. Trying to fix my chroma key, well, if you don't know what that is, it's basically like my head will start phasing out of existence if it gets too bright. So, I have to edit that. And doing it while hunting a Fatalis, which is not great. What you should do, Vernon, is go to the Hunster. Don't heal! What are you doing?! Are you stupid?! I'm actually so angry. There is nothing more annoying than being healed by some fool who does not observe that you are going... I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm so angry. You fucking idiot. Open your eyes. I'm going adrenaline. That is the whole point of this whole set. That is the whole point of this fucking loadout. I'm going adrenaline. You're gonna heal me. You fool! You fucking fool! Oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm beside myself. I actually don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You've gone and hampered all of my fucking damage. I've gone from 600 to 462. Fuck you. Open your fucking eyes and use your brain. Why the fuck do you think I've got low health for the whole hunt? You think I don't have potions against Fatalis? You fool. You fucking fool. I shouldn't have to say, don't heal me. Shouldn't be fucking necessary. I should have. I should have said, hey, guys, I'm using adrenaline. But, you know, the first, what, 7 minutes of the hunt, you're not going to heal me until now? I don't have anything else to reduce my health. I can't fucking believe this. Sometimes playing with people in this game, in Hunsterverse, gives me cancer. He possibly did get one shot, yeah. That was Turor, wasn't it? Turor is probably not using a level appropriate set. I don't think he's very far in the game, so therefore he probably doesn't have a good loadout for this quest. I haven't even checked. I didn't want to see, because I didn't really consider him to be a proper addition to the quest. Like, well, proper addition to the team, I should say. I'm so fucking annoyed that my damage has just been reduced by like a third. It's fucking stupid. Fucking assholes. What's annoying is that I do not have the stuff on hand to reduce my health again. Unless I intentionally get hit, but that's very dangerous because I don't want to get one shot. I do have guts. Okay, if I have guts, then just do it. Do it, Fatalis. Hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me. You watch. I'll get fucking healed. I'll get healed again. You watch. You fucking watch. He's gonna heal me. He's gonna be straight on that fucking life powder. Asshole. Don't fucking heal me. He's moving again. So again, I made use of guts there because I knew I could take the hit. Because I was thinking, shit, if I try to take another hit, I might die. But then I remembered that I had guts, so... there's nothing more... It's funny, I haven't gotten pissed off about that in a long time. Because it's been a long time since I've gone adrenaline. I was an adrenaline hunter quite frequently in 3rd generation. But or particularly try. But holy shit. Yeah, so it's a good idea, Vrayston, and that was going to be what I did. But then when I realised that I had guts, I realised that that was going to be the quickest and easiest way to do it. So that was the plan, and it worked, but if I get fucking life powdered again, I'll be really annoyed. Because it's not just me that it's going to affect, it's everyone. We're all going to be sitting here in the hunt for longer if I have most of my damage compromised by unobservant fools in the team. He didn't heal by mistake, he healed twice. He did 2 life powders. He healed me up to half and then healed me up to full. And it was really fucking annoying to see. I do admit that I probably should have made it very clear, but I feel like in a Fatalis hunt, it should be very clear that if I'm playing at low health constantly from the beginning, then I'm probably going adrenaline or heroics. But no. No, it wasn't the horn. It was definitely life powder, or it could have been the horn plus life powder in sort of a weird, you know, freak occurrence, but yeah, that's really fucking annoying. That's the last thing I want to deal with. When my whole set is based around adrenaline and I lose my damage. Okay. Whoops. I will mention that my webcam is right where my ammunition amount is when I ADS, so I can't really see how many shots I've got. I just have to watch for that reload icon. I do have the webcam in a very weird spot, so it looks good for the live stream, but it's kind of awkward if you're the one trying to play the game. But it isn't really messing me up too much. Raw seems to have a good setup for this hunt. I mean, whatever he's using, what is that? That's... I actually don't know what that is. It looks like full Rajang gunner. So I'm guessing he's using rapid bow, but he's not, he's using pierce bow. It looks like white pigment Rajang gunner. Yeah, he's using a Cantor bow, so therefore he's using pierce. What I was really trying to see was what his armor was, and it seems like full Rajang, coloured white. But a Cantor is a pierce bow, so yeah, he's not getting the effect of rapid up on that. And that's alright. If he's got... that means... oh, that's a good point. Oh, look out. We've failed because I got distracted. I was looking at him in the distance. I was watching him... well, that's stupid. Oh well. After all that, we still failed. Oh well. Again, that's all it takes with Fatalis sometimes, is that tail. That tail really does fuck with you. That's fucking frustrating. Well, at the very least, I was able to demonstrate some Fatalis. I'm not doing that again. Fuck that shit. His HP will not be reset. We will be able to go into the hunt, the same hunt, as long as it is hosted by the same person, which is me, and he will have the same HP that he had when we failed. So you don't have to repel in order for the HP to be saved. You can also fail the quest like that. So, yeah, at least I believe so. I remember that happening in the past. I might be remembering it incorrectly, but I don't think so. I'm not doing that again. That fucking pissed me off, that fucking heal. So yeah. The thing is with Fatalis, it's a very boring hunt. You have to understand, it's not fun at all. And, yeah. So what should we do? I kind of feel like, well, you know what, we are 3 hours in, so I might finish up here. 3 hours of Freedom Unite is probably enough, and again, I'm not going to resume the Fatalis hunt, it's just going to be more of what you just saw. It's going to be another 15 to 20 minutes of that, and it's really boring, it's not fun at all, so I don't really want to show you that, and I've gone for 3 hours, which is what my target was, and I'm pretty happy with that. So, I do thank you all for watching. It's a shame that Vernon only just tuned in, and you as well, Vrayston, you only just tuned in, but it is time for me to finish up. I will see you all next time I go live in Freedom Unite, or in whatever Monster Hunter game that I do, or in whatever other game that you'd like to watch me play that I happen to be playing. But I will try to do more Freedom Unite, I'll try to do more Portable Third, I might even try to go live in Freedom 1 if I can get a group together. Because if I can't get a group together, then it's a bit awkward, because then I'll be sitting there live with no one to hunt with, so that'd be pretty awful. So, yeah, I'm going to try to be very careful if I ever go live in Freedom 1, but definitely I'm going to try to go live in Freedom Unite and Portable Third more often, and I do thank you all for joining. I will see you all